me, man. I'm not one of them, chat. I'm not. I'm not one of them, bro. Oh my God, man. Tell him to stop playing with me. Please, I beg you, bro. I beg you, please stop. Please stop playing with me like I'm one of them, chat. I'm begging you, bro. I'm begging you. Stop playing with me like I'm one of them. Man, it's so good to see all beautiful faces in the stream. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the fucking stream, baby. Yeah, I'm fired up. I'm dialed up. Look, I know I said I'm not convinced yet, but this breakout candle is the type of candle that makes you get convinced. Bitcoin's about to hit 82K. A16Z just raised a $2.2 billion fucking fund. I got a 16-incher John Hardy, and I got the new Yermans on my ears. Forgive me for feeling a little bit excited after we walked on the stream every single day for 8 fucking months and talked about markets so everybody fucked off and disappeared. Forgive me for feeling a little bit elitist now that they're coming back. That's all that I'm saying. Forgive me, man. It feels, look, I don't know what happens from here, but it feels good to be here. It feels good to be with you guys. I make a little profit and I start feeling good because this little squad, I'm just going to say it, man. This little squad, one day it's going to be recognized. Some of the best traders in the world came out of this chat. You could dispute it. You could call me retarded, but the numbers are the numbers. The math is the math. And that is what it is. Forgive me for feeling like when we're really back and tooted and booted, the pit is going to be fucking dominating, man. Forgive me. What's behind it? I got a pair of pants behind it. My bad. Forgive me, man. Forgive me. So, all right, welcome back to the stream. Here's what we're going to do. I started it early because Ryan Cohen is on TB fucking PN right now, and I'm fired up. Damn, your ass popping, Neil. Sus as fuck. I'm fired up. I want to watch it right now. We'll just get right into it, and then we'll go backwards on intro and everything. Ryan Cohen's on TBPN. It's box office.
Push into live.
Let's do it.
Yesterday,
Hey.
Ryan Cohen.
Roll call right now. Bernadette, what's good? Sai, what's good? Stacks, what's good? Brady, what's good? Pudgy, what's good? Vibler, what's good? Jackson Ray, Seth, Monty, what's good? Eek, what's good? Tingle, what's good? Tom Brady, Live the Life, Rockefeller, Russ, Tails, Shifty, what's good? Nasdaq, what's good? Caleb, Vibler, the whole squad, Squid. All right, look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go backwards today. I'm going to start with the GME interview because I'm dying to watch it. I got to know. I got to see it. I got to know what happens. And then we'll work backwards. We'll do intros. I have a lot to talk about. Hendo, what's up, baby? I'm just call him. Go on your phone, open up contacts, type in motherfuckers, call them, and tell them, and let them fucking know we're here. Let them know I am here now. Let them know I have arrived. Let them know the pit is here. Let them know I am fucking here, and I'm not one of them. Let them know. Call them motherfuckers, tell them the right guy says he's not one of them. Just like that, smack like that. Ryan Cohen on TVPN, it's box office. Nothing else I care about more than this. I'm sorry, it's better than CNBC. I'd rather see Ryan Cohen on TVPN than just about any platform in the world except for mine. Let's fucking get it.
Of GameStop offered a $55 billion unsolicited bid for eBay, targeting $2 billion in cost cuts, and we have him joining the show with us now. Ryan Cohen, welcome to the show.
Box office,
Thank you so
man.
much for taking the time. How are you doing?
How are you guys?
Great to see you.
Fantastically. I would love an update. What can you share
Box
with us
office.
on the situation as things have developed since yesterday, just to sort of set
The hottest interview in the world, they got this motherfucker on.
obviously this is moving very quickly. Where are we right now? What's happening?
We made an offer yesterday, $125 a share.
Half cash, half stock.
Cash, half stock.
That was funny, wasn't it?
Have you considered 49% cash? Why did you get to half cash, half stock? Can you unpack that a little bit at least?
Well, I mean, frankly, when you think about me going and running the eBay business, what we're proposing is for existing shareholders to take half of their investment off the table, and that would be us providing them with $28 billion, which is like a 40%
He actually wants to be here today.
premium from when we started buying the stock. And then they would be getting roughly, I mean, it depends on ultimately when
How many
the
live?
transaction
3,200 live on YouTube, bro. We're
closes,
fucking
but
back.
they would be rolling the rest into the combined company.
We're
of
actually
GameStop
back,
and
bro.
eBay. Frankly, with me running eBay, I think that the earnings power of the company is going to increase substantially, as well as the ability to grow. The platform stagnated over the last decade, and I could do a lot with eBay.
I love it.
That's a very strong business.
He's hyped
and
to be
that's
here.
right up my alley.
Take us through the big vision. Like in 5 years, you're at the helm.
see.
Like how big can this business
Are
be?
we
Are you
moving?
expanding it? Obviously, there's an operational efficiency point, but what is the big picture? What's the blue sky?
Keep talking, Ryan.
Pie in the sky vision for the combined entity?
Love you, Tingle.
So where we've had success at GameStop and where eBay has had success is in collectibles, trading cards, collectibles. The founder of your show was talking about his Mont Blanc pen, and like that's a good example. That's a perfect item to go and buy on eBay, but you're always concerned that is it going to be real and the trust, and that's something that using GameStop 1,600 stores, we can immediately authenticate that item. The seller can ship it, or we can ship it, but we've got 1,600 access points that we can do live authentication. So we can go deep
Mont
in
Blanc
collectibles, leveraging our physical infrastructure.
Speaking of Mont
We
Blanc,
can
I got one right
increase,
here.
Intake
it's outside.
by bringing a
Fuck,
lot
it's
more
outside.
product onto the platform. And then there's a lot of other categories that I can grow in. And you look at.
I'm really watching this, by the way, because I replied. I'm the most excited that's because I replied to the tweet that Ryan was coming on, and Jordy DM'd me and asked me if I have any questions for him, and I gave a couple questions for Ryan Cohen, and I'm really like thinking one of my questions might get asked, and so I'm jittery.
Live commerce is an example. I mean, eBay has 130 million users, and they're getting crushed by competitors in live commerce.
If there's a thread guy asks, I'm fucking geeked.
An owner's mentality. I can. I want to own eBay forever. Like I love that business. It's run like a public utility. It should have been wiped out, but it hasn't been.
Yeah, it's been remarkably resilient. How many companies, how many startups have gone after a specific category on eBay, raised $100 million plus, and yet eBay has remained resilient. It shows that there's it's a really powerful platform.
Yeah,
that's why I love it. And the website still looks.
We're gonna watch this for like 5-10 minutes. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, you want to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. We got a lot to cover today. Get in the fucking chat.
Yeah.
So that goes to show you the durability of the business.
Talk about live commerce more. Would that be just a better integration with TikTok?
This is one of my questions.
Twitch streaming? Do you need to go and partner with big creators? Do you need to find your own platform for that? Like, how does that actually play out in a world where eBay and you are making a bigger push into live commerce? It makes a lot of sense, but I'm wondering, like, how does it actually work?
Yeah, it would be partnering with creators. I mean, they've got the platform. We would improve the platform so it looks better and more consistent with the kind of UI that you have at competitors. But there's the user base, and so it's not something you have to market. It's building out better tech and partnering with creators.
Yeah, and the correct incentive structure for those creators, because I bet you right now you could probably go get some referral code or
Call
something that's not
me,
deeply integrated
Ryan.
and really accelerate on a social platform.
Why do you think eBay has eBay been a target of any type of deal like this in the past? I'm not familiar with any off the top of my head, but why do you think maybe it hasn't been more of a target? And I guess like why do you think you can get more efficiency out of it than maybe some other potential buyers who I'm sure see their costs? Marketing is something that people gravitate towards, but I'm sure you're seeing other efficiencies as well.
So
what's good on, mommy?
In terms of the competitive landscape on an acquisition, I think there was some people circling around a few years ago. Nothing happened. The strategics can't really do it because I don't think that they would be able to clear antitrust. So any of the large competitors wouldn't be able to acquire it. And
market close in 18 minutes.
I don't think that we would have any regulatory issues getting clearance on a merger. In terms of the efficiencies,
what's good, Bloom?
GameStop is a good example. Like GameStop is a dog, and it could have been dead. And we've breathed a lot of life into this thing, right? And you look.
He's so happy to be on. This is fucking awesome.
At SG&A, we've dropped SG&A by 47%, $800 million by making marketing more efficient, almost turning off marketing. I mean, everyone knows GameStop, everybody knows eBay. So you talk to the marketing people, they tell you like it's going to tank revenues and all of this, and the reality is, most of that marketing spend isn't making money, but everyone's trying to protect their jobs, and there's kickbacks, there's all kinds of perverse incentives. And so I'm running the business like a family business. It's really not that complicated. And you look at eBay spending $2.5 billion bucks to grow 1 million users.
I love him, bro.
$2 billion in cost cuts between sales and marketing and corporate overhead. It's not a lot.
What's good, Kevin?
It's not something that's going to take a few years. Like it's something that is going to happen fast because I'm putting leverage on this thing, and I don't want to run a leverage business. So I'm not going to run it hot. I'm going to pay down the leverage, and I'm going to increase earnings.
Couple minutes. We're gonna go off this in a couple minutes.
$5.5 billion on
I got
operating expenses on an $11 billion business that has no inventory and it's asset light. So there's 11,500 employees, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. You don't need I could run that business. I could run that business from my house. Like it's eBay. It looks the same as it did in 1995. I need 11 and a half.
So is the Elon Twitter take private somewhat of an inspiration here? There's been a number after that happened. In many ways, the business suffered, but maybe it wasn't because of the deep cuts that he did to the team and
the service kept working.
Yeah, the service kept working. It's still a great product. We've been surprised that more CEOs and management teams haven't done something like that with businesses that are household names but somewhat stagnated. Is that an inspiration at all?
Chat, you want me to click off or keep going?
A good example. I mean, what really happened at Twitter was that the advertisers, I don't know what the situation is now, but they pretty much conspired against him. And, it had nothing to do, my understanding is it really had nothing to do with the cost cuts, more of just the advertisers conspiring against him because of the demented political landscape.
I don't think he'll be on much longer.
People apparently are against freedom of speech. And so, you look at the usability of the platform and the engineering teams are much smaller and they're innovating a lot faster. So it's actually the opposite. The more people you add, the more you slow things down. And the fewer people you have,
I think it's 35 Bs.
It's like a startup. You got to always
be in 21 billion shares of GameStop.
And nothing gets done anymore.
Do you think
210
LLMs
billion
will be a tailwind for eBay over the next decade? It feels like for the long tail of commerce, you're trying to find really specific items. It feels like LLMs and people doing research in these products could be a catalyst for the business. Maybe there's things on eBay that would be tough to find, but if I'm really getting precise around prompting or running these sort of agentic searches, maybe I have a higher likelihood of purchasing something.
Yeah, I mean, I think about all of the things that can disrupt the business in the future, and I think that eBay is the kind of business where the future of the business model is more certain than most tech businesses, and that's why it's done so well. And there's been such a lack of innovation, yet it hasn't been able to be disrupted. So I would expect that to continue to be the case.
If it doesn't materialize as an M&A, are you looking at a board seat? You have a position.
Good question.
Will you be more active in a non-M&A scenario?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do whatever we need to do to protect our investment and to improve the business. But the goal here isn't to be an activist. The goal is, I want to own eBay. I want to run eBay. I want that to be my baby. I want to build something much larger. And cost cutting, frankly, is the way to make the business more efficient, to pay down the debt, and to innovate. But when I think about what I can do with eBay in the future, like, look at Chewy.
Yeah.
Look how eBay's like Chewy on steroids. And so there's so much more runway, and it's global.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like a huge opportunity. How do you want to be comped?
Based on performance, 100%.
Is there any tension between you and the shareholders? How do you actually create alignment?
Oh my God.
It would be, I mean, my current compensation plan is tied to really lofty metrics, and it's based on the first tranche. I've got to double market cap, as an example, just to hit the first tranche, and the 10x it in order for it to fully vest. So I'm not interested in, I haven't taken a dollar of salary or any bonuses. It's funny, actually, I just got a call from my team today that said, this is how I know they hate me. They're not happy about this, by the way.
The GameStop. This is the GameStop
team?
eBay is not
eBay
happy.
team. Okay.
Yeah, after this interview, they're really not going to like me. But because they're going to find out I'm cutting marketing spend. And the board already doesn't like me because I'm calling out all the board fees.
Yeah.
But I get a call and they say, they're calling out your personal assistant. I said, what are you talking about? And they said they went on the GameStop's career page and they saw that there's a listing for the personal assistant and it's all kinds of personal stuff. And that's basically a CEO benefit. And, it's basically not, you're using company resources personally. Mm-hmm. I pay for my personal assistant personally. I don't even pay for the company doesn't pay for my personal assistant. So he
makes no money outside of a package.
They're doing whatever they can.
Has any major eBay shareholders reached out to you? Have you had, what is the general sentiment?
Dude, this is
what do you think it'll look like if you take this directly to the shareholders?
I don't know. I mean, I want to own eBay at $125 a share. There's tax advantages to rolling it, but when I think about what eBay could be worth, if I'm running this business, I believe it's a heck of a lot more than $125 a share. And so I would roll 100% of the equity, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
What do you think of Michael Burry's critiques? A lot of people were talking about him exiting yesterday. He doesn't believe. Have you guys chatted?
I haven't chatted with Michael in a long time. I've seen he's more active than he says, his investing philosophy. So I figured his risk appetite and the leverage we're putting on, just it didn't make sense for him. But it seemed as though it was more of a trade more so than anything.
Yeah, looking at the price action yesterday, is that reflective of sort of like a shakeout of non-believers, and you feel like you have the right people around the table now?
When I think back to Chewy, every single day was a shakeout. So I don't know. It's hard to diagnose the shareholder base, and I'm focused on what I could build over a long period of time. And if I got my hands on eBay, I can build something worth a lot and much larger than it is. So
Was Paramount at all an
I was
inspiration?
going to ask.
I've looked at it.
Good question.
You know, what they did is really interesting too.
Just because a smaller company buying a much
Come on,
larger
say more,
company
say
that
more,
was
say
still
more,
on
say more, say
code,
more.
Capital was marshaled. That was
Say
something
more,
that I
say
think
more,
was
say
unclear
more.
yesterday for some people was, half cash, half stock. Where's it
Ask him
coming
again
from?
on
How
Paramount.
much of this is just an ongoing conversation? And as you
Ah,
work through
come
this
on,
process,
Paramount,
you'll
please,
engage
please.
with other
Come on.
pools of capital or
Come on.
financiers to actually put together the
Paramount.
final package.
Paramount.
Do you have a date
Well,
that you want this to be done by?
Ah,
I mean, we have the cash. We have the cash accounted for today in terms of a highly confident letter from our bank for the 20 billion. Plus, we've got 9 billion of cash. So,
Okay.
and the rest would be them rolling the equity into the combined
dude,
company.
GameStop has to
Yeah,
be
I think
going up.
that was the rolling of the equity was the thing that
This
if it
is-
had got into the viral clip
It has
from
to be.
CNBC yesterday, it would have made a lot more sense. So I'm glad we're getting it in now.
Yep.
eBay
Is
too.
there, I guess, how much of your critique of eBay is specifically around the current management team?
Come on.
They've done a decent job. It's anyone when you've got perverse financial and they're not operating like owner. It just when you've got it all on the line, you're going to do whatever it's going to take. 20-hour days, 7 days a week, you're not going to stop. And when equity is given out to you like candy, I mean it's all companies. So the
Dude, how many live? This
board
is
of directors make $4 million. Like
4,000.
450,000
Unbelievable,
per
man.
director. There's been no insider buying at the company. I mean,
No insider
it's not
buying.
a surprise they're not going to light the money on fire. They're not going to light the world on fire.
No insider buying, of course, right? It's hyper liquid.
But you've got a bunch of professionals in the board and a professional management.
Yeah.
So
If this deal goes through, roughly what percentage of your personal net worth will be tied to it?
well, I haven't done the math, but if things go correctly, then it better be the majority. Otherwise, I'm wasting my time.
Yeah.
What was your first memory using eBay? Were you a power seller back in the day?
Nice question, Jordy.
Very good question.
Good question, Jordy.
I bought and sold DJ equipment on eBay back in 2003. It was amazing.
I don't remember my first transaction,
How old are you?
but I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one.
Okay. With GameStop, last time we talked, you were mentioning a little bit of expansion into digital goods,
Good
less physical
question,
material
bro.
and stuff. Like, do you think that there's an opportunity for eBay to play in a digital marketplace or in a world where certain collectibles or certain goods become digital or the market shifts towards more digital goods? And would you like to see eBay expand into that?
Yes and yes, in terms of a digital marketplace, and they are already doing it to a certain extent. I mean,
Dude,
like
I
all kinds
love
of
him.
Roblox
I
digital
love
items are
Ryan
bought
Cohen.
and sold, but
I love him.
and I've actually bought them for my kids, and there's so much fraud on the platform. Like we're buying stuff, it's not a real item.
There is a lot of
End up
fraud.
having to do a chargeback, but then it ended up getting delivered, so you can't do a chargeback. So like they've got the basics of it, but it's not being done well. So like digital gaming, totally, that's a huge opportunity to dig into. There's so much potential.
On
There's so much.
digital stuff, I guess. You're obviously interested in cutting costs. Are you optimistic that stable coins might be a path to reducing costs? It's a high volume
Whoa,
transaction business.
what a question.
Obviously, a lot of credit card fees. Maybe there's a way around that with stable coins. We hear that from a lot of stablecoin founders. Haven't heard it from as many operators. What do you think?
I don't have a point of view on that. I haven't looked into it, so
I think the sellers would probably be eating the cost, but potential option.
Yeah.
Good question, John.
Jordy?
Do you have any sense of how eBay is using AI internally today? Have they spoken about it much? Do you believe they're getting very much leverage out of the models? Do you think there could be quite a bit
No.
more?
I've seen that they've made
We're caught up.
listings.
Couple more minutes,
easier
and
in
we'll move on.
terms of just generating product descriptions and stuff like that. So I think they're kind of like doing the
Oh, so slow now.
super easy stuff. Still, there's a lot of friction to sell a product on eBay.
There is.
Like it's
It's
not easy. So the benefit of our 1,600 stores is we have the ability to increase intake, but I would go through it and I would make it as simple as possible to have a real item for sale as a seller. And there's a lot of steps. It's a pain in the ass. It's too difficult.
Yeah. 1,600 stores.
all right. I'm about done.
In the world where you combined eBay and GameStop, do you expect that number to increase, decrease,
Let's
stay the
check in
same?
prices. He's got to be almost done.
It's a good question. I mean, our footprint is a moving
What's it going
target.
down? What's it
We
going
have-
down?
This was part of what appealed to me originally when I went into GameStop was the leases were short term. So they're like 2 to 3 year leases. And as we see how the business performs, we decide whether or not it makes sense to renew the store. So, I mean, it's going to be dependent on the utility of the stores. Like if there's traffic and if profitability is increasing, we'll keep the stores open. And if it's not the case, then we'll shrink the store base.
Okay. Couple other scenarios. In a world where an M&A doesn't happen, is there a business partnership to be done where verification of rare collectibles can happen at GameStop physical retail stores for a price, and eBay is paying GameStop for that service? Is that something you've explored? Is that something that's at all likely to happen?
Well, so yes, and it would basically take $0 in CapEx in order to do something like that, and it's a good idea. I hope that doesn't happen, because I want to run the entire thing. But if it doesn't, then there's a partnership option. I reached out to eBay, like, I don't know, maybe a year or 2 years ago to talk to them about partnering, and they didn't engage seriously. Like everyone's on vacation. Everyone's always on vacation. Like they're not available. They have assistants. I'll get back to you next week. And it's like, let's go. Let's get it done now.
I love him.
Then they never get back to you.
Love
and you're
him.
following up. It's like there's no sense of urgency. At that company. There's no sense of urgency, frankly, at most companies. So it never gained any traction.
Okay. Etsy is trading at $6 billion. Is that a target if the eBay plan doesn't come together?
No collectibles action there.
It was in the chat. I got to ask.
eBay's just such a natural fit for the collectibles, leveraging our store footprint, but then also like my ability to cut costs and build something much larger at the company. So I don't know, everything else is, if it doesn't work out, we could find something else, but I like eBay. It brings me back to my roots.
4,100 live.
What's something that eBay is not doing today that you think they could expand into, or is that even the right question? Do you think the core business is just so great?
I'm about good off the chat. Are we good?
So dominant.
Are you done?
In many of these categories.
Are we done?
You just want to pour fuel on the fire.
Live commerce.
Yeah. But to me, that's an extension, right? Because they have a lot of inventory. It's just a new selling channel.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, in terms of doing that well, accelerating revenue growth.
Now hold on, this white boy's kicking hard.
I think that's big. And so going much deeper into collectibles, in luxury, trading cards, there's a lot of runway there.
Do you have a position on international capital providers? A lot of these big deals, maybe they start at 50 at half cash, half stock. They wind up being more leaning cash. That's what we saw with the Paramount Warner Brothers deal. Are you interested in talking to international sovereign wealth funds, that type of capital provider?
We're looking at a variety of different options currently.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Mutual friend of the show and GameStop Mod Retro, they've been pretty aggressively pushing into this retro gaming category. How do you see that growing? Our team at the office recently got an old Xbox 360, fired it up. I can see retro gaming just getting more and more popular, but what's your view on the category right now, and where do you think it's going?
The return rates are kind of high, but we're building out the retro business in our stores currently. So it's still small, but it's a growing
spike from the
for us.
heavens.
What do you want to see the rest of this week? How do you see it playing out?
Dude, my heart is racing.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Balls in their court.
Pretty much, yeah.
Balls in their court.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll let
This
you
was
get
fun.
to it. I'm sure you have more
Thanks
calls.
for jumping on.
Thanks for jumping on.
You're welcome to join anytime. Let's
Anytime
do it
you need
again
us, we're here.
as the story progresses, but we're enjoying following along. And if anybody out there wants more information, it's on the website.
Yeah.
Ah!
It's on the website.
Exactly.
If anybody asks you how he's paying for it, just tell him half cash, half stock. You
Right.
got the beginning and the end.
4166
Thank you so
live.
much for coming on the show.
Great to see you, Ryan.
Have a great rest of the week. Good luck out there.
Cheers.
Goodbye.
Wow.
Oh, what a fun interview.
It's on the website.
I like the thesis.
That
I keep coming back to I like the
was
thesis.
fucking incredible. TBPN. People really come on this website with a straight face and say, "Oh, TBPN only has a couple hundred viewers." Bro, shut the fuck. Look at the interview CNBC got out of Ryan Cohen, and look at the interview TBPN got out of Ryan Cohen. Look at the interview, and then you might say, "Oh, well, he wanted to do TBPN, he didn't want to do CNBC." Yeah, that's like 50% of the whole gig is wanting to do it, because you get on, it's two fresh guys in suits. They fucking rock. They're cool. They're exciting. They ask good questions. They're well studied. They're well resourced. They have fucking juice, man. It's called juice. It's called crowd pop. It's called crowd pop. That was absolutely unequivocally incredible. God bless TBPN for that. Seriously, what an interview. That was awesome. Ryan Cohen rocks. Now, this is the one opening I purchased. Yes. Okay. After watching CNBC Ryan Cohen yesterday and then watching this, bullish or bearish GameStop. That was awesome. That was so awesome. That was so awesome. Bullish or bearish. That was lit. I hope he gets eBay, man. That was awesome. All right. Stream is going a little bit backwards today, which is fun. What is the name of that guy that dropped that video? I want to watch it. I want to watch the video that here it is. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We have a fucking lit stream today. We have market close right now. We have AMD earnings. We have MSTR earnings. We have Sailor on our earnings call at like 5:15. We have A16Z crypto announced a $2.2 billion round to invest in crypto, which is disgusting. We have a general partner from A16Z who's going to come on the stream today at 5:15. We have Bitcoin at 81.6 and looking like it's ready to pop. We have Zcash at $450, and you guys know how I'm positioned. And we have the entire world, as we speak, in this exact moment, making a push towards finance. It's incredible. So I want to play this video for you guys right now. Here it is. Let's play this video right now. Mizkif, you know who this is? Mizkif. Let's play this video right now, and then we're gonna get into market close. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitter and you would like to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. It's the only place I read the chat. Come on over. Water is warm over here.
My name is
This is a popular stream. We're just put this video out. We're gonna start the stream with this, and then we're getting to market close.
Mizkif. I've been streaming for 8 years now, and there's one thing that everyone is not talking about. Streamers make way too much money. You see, a quiet epidemic has been happening right under our footsteps. While streamers like Kai Cenat have been getting non-stop gifted subs for those homes in Africa, you, the viewer, have been in crippling debt. Gen Zers have an average of $35,000 in debt today. And millennials, over $132,000 in debt. Their bank accounts at 30, just a median of $3,000 in their accounts. Not only that, only 43% of Americans from 18 to 35 invest in the stock market. That's crazy. We are not learning finance. So starting today, I'm gonna be investing $300,000 of my own money into the stock market. And if you guys watch, pay attention, and help me learn what I need to do, you guys
It's crazy how dead the ball is.
will also be earning some cash. We're gonna be learning finance together every single day for 30 days, live on my stream. And whatever money we have at the end, I split it with the chat. The more you show up, the more you earn. And let's do a quick giveaway right now. I'm gonna be giving away $1,000 to someone that comments and likes this video. I'm gonna be picking them random in 24 hours. Let's get active, let's learn, and let's earn some cash. My name is
Okay, the late stage of the latest stage is that every person in the world pivots to trading and investing actively. No, this is bullish. The late stage of the late stage is everybody trades everything all the time. Okay? And that means the last cohort of marginal buyer, which is a lot, which is the 25 and under crowd, which has a lot, which has money, actively invests, which means the moves, the megachurch style, all focused on one asset, whipsawing back and forth, volatility going up forever. It all concentrates and it adds. And the late stage of the late stage is that everybody has FOMO. Nobody knows what to do. They all pivot to finance. Everybody pivots to finance. Everybody trades. Everybody invests. And everybody is actively managing money. And when you're actively managing money, not passively, you get these whipsaw effects and tunnel vision into certain moves. Okay? This is the late stage of the late stage. Everybody wants to stream and everybody wants to trade. And the thing about this is it can go on for a lot longer than you fucking think. It can go on for a lot longer than you think. And so what we've been doing for the last, I don't know how long we've been doing the stream for, a long time. Everybody is coming to do. Everybody. All of the streamers, all of the entertainers, all of the celebrities, all of the influencers, all of the internet stars, everybody is coming to do exactly this. And it's going to be pretty glorious because we know how to do it. We know how to do it. We know how to play it. We know how to trade it. And it's fucking exciting. And so I saw that video today. And that is my example of everybody wants to be a trader. The second video we have is, I lost it. Oh, I do have it. The Trump video. D-Nap, where is that? The second video is everybody wants to be a streamer. And I'll play this. We'll do market close.
We just broke every record. And now we're going to take a hit because we have to make a journey down to Iran to take the nuclear weapon. They would have had a nuclear weapon within 2 weeks. Remember, we sent that beautiful B-2 bomber in, and we blew up their nuclear potential. It was obliterated, for those that are not aware, and to a point where it would take them weeks to dig down, and we wouldn't let them dig down. We have our eyes on it all the time. But it was a very important thing. So we would have had an Iran with a nuclear weapon, and maybe
look at this video.
We wouldn't all be here right now. I can tell you the Middle
Kid's like yawning. The coach of the Florida Gators basketball team is here.
East would have
been Hillary Clinton. Who is this?
Been gone. Israel would have been gone.
What is this frame?
And they would have trained their sights on Europe first and then us, because they're sick people. These are sick people. And we're not going to let lunatics have a nuclear weapon. The power of a nuclear weapon is something I don't even want to talk about. But it's not going to happen. And we have beaten.
It's crazy, but Trump is running the streamer playbook. He's live every single day in front of like a completely random cohort of whoever they invite into the White House. Bryson DeChambeau. Yeah, like what? DeChambeau, the Florida Gators coach, Pete Hegseth, a bunch of kids, Hillary Clinton, and RFK are in a room together talking about the Iran war. Brother, he's running the streamer playbook. He's live more than I am. Trump is live every single day from the office just talking to whoever they bring in. It's like a streamer. Who's going to show up today? Who is he collabing with? It's a little bit all over the fucking place. It's electric. Everybody wants to be a streamer. Everybody wants to be a trader. And we're both. He's running the streamer playbook. He's live every day. He's live every single day. It's unbelievable. And you know what else is unbelievable right now is the fucking market. Market close just happened. We have a lot to cover. We have a lot to get into. We have an hour and 7 minutes until Guy, a GP at A16Z Crypto, who just raised $2.2 billion, comes on stream to Bull Post Crypto. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be beautiful. What else is going to be glorious and beautiful is that market close that we're about to talk about right now is glorious and fucking beautiful. So if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter and you would like to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. On that note, you know what we do right here, right now. We cover the market close. Closed 8 minutes ago. We have earnings to cover. We have everything to get into. What are you in? What did you buy? What did you sell? What did you make money on? What did you lose money in? What are you long? What are you short? What are you looking to buy? What are you looking to sell? How much cash do you have? How much cash did you just spend? What are you in? What do you not? What do you like? What do you hate? What do you appreciate? What do you not appreciate? Give me your positions. Give me your tickers. Give me the names you like, hate, dislike, are up on, are down on. What are you on? Long Bitcoin dominance. Interesting. Moncock, nice. Holding spot BT, Zcash, and cash, nice. Printed on Micron, stocks up. Long Doge and Lido, Y. Long Iran, no cash, just analyzing. Port up 24% since the start 13 days ago. Congratulations. Long Apple, XMR, long Hype, up on 80% cash, 20% him spot. Interesting. GPRE, I don't know what that is. Long Zcash, Bitcoin. Ton Zcash trades yesterday were nice. Is anyone long Zcash? Hype and Hypers, nice. Hype looks insane. If I do, what else? I'm long Balls, nice. What else? Soul looking good. Is it? I am not sure that is my takeaway from today. Soul's looking good. In spot Zcash, long Zcash. Soul looks trash. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Soul looks all that enticing at the moment. I'm also long DAR. What is that? Long Sandisk, Grab, Nebius, and Hood. That's a nice little pocket right there. Long Lucid. Is that the cars? What else? Lucid the cars, or what's Lucid? What is Lucid? Long Intel. What a fucking move. You know how much money you'd be up if you just did nothing but full port on the Bubble Boy stream? Unbelievable. Ton long Cloudflare. Long Circle, nice. What else? Micron. What else? Zcash, Fartcoin. What else before I look? Anything obscure before I look? Anything obscure that you would like to shout out before I look? Been following your boy Capital Flows. He's super long Oracle. Oracle's been printing. Long 9-to-5 job. That is not a bad idea. I respect you. I respect you. Hopefully we can help you get out of that. But I respect it. VVV, nice. Asteroid still strong. Like, is Quant here? Where's Quant? Tango Therapeutics, never heard of it. GitLab, brother, Basic CNC sold, you're cooked. And XPL sold, all look trash. What's your target on Zcash? If I told you, you would throw up. Tulip King and DNAP, can you back me up that on Sunday I was losing it about Zcash before Monday stream? We'll talk about it later, but back me up, I was losing it. Also, any first-time chatters in here today? All right, let's go over market close. Quarterly occurrence. Yes, it is. Yes, the fuck it is. All right, the SPY closes today at $723, up almost a full %. It's beautiful. It's glorious. We'll get to AMD in a minute. Actually, let's just do it right now. Fuck it. What's AMD? Beat? Tell me beat. What's the earnings guy? Earnings freak. What's his name? Earnings guy. EA. Oh my god. Lucid destroyed. Oh boy. It's not out yet. Light. Oh, MSTR. Oh my god. Missed by 102%. No, it's not out yet. All right, let's go over it. Actually, wait. Let me get up really quick. We started early. Wait, I want to do this a long segment. Hold on. Sorry. I'll be back in 30 seconds. We'll hold on. Second day watching you live. I'm sorry. Hold on. BRB. 1 second. Now we can fucking focus. Let's get it. All right, let's fucking go. Let's go. Man, it's $460. I can't stop looking at it. It's $460. $460, bro. Who is bidding? Are you reviewing ATH breaks? Yes, I am, brother. Yes, the fuck I am. Let's go. SPY up 1%. Beautiful candle. QQQ up 1.3. Beautiful. Got to check SR Virtuals 2.0 meta. I'll check whatever you guys fucking want. First time chatter, AI Super Cycle Real. I love it. The Russell up 2%. SPX up percent. South Korean index. The Kospi is up 5.12%. The Nasdaq up 1.5. Even the fucking Dow is up 1%. Semiconductor ETF up 5%. And IGV, the worst thing ever, the worst just trash piece of shit to ever exist, is somehow red on the day. Crypto, oh my god. Crypto, I know we trade Zec, but how many of you actually use it? Very curious. Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitter, you want to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. Okay, before I look at crypto, because it's gross, who has crypto positions? Who has crypto positions open right now? Who has crypto open? Hype, Zcash, and Bitcoin is really what I want to know. That's really what I want to know, because Bitcoin's ready to pop. Zcash is ready to double. It is, man. I'm still not fully convinced on the rest of the asset class. I'll give you some takes. I'm not convinced on alt garbage. And I'm not convinced on memes. But our triple barbell right here, I want you to take some P on Zcash. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. Here's where we're at right now in crypto. It looks wild, okay? It looks wild. Bitcoin is nice. You really want to see a volume pop, though. I cannot lie. I want to see a volume pop on Bitcoin. Bad. You want to see it bad. You need to move up here. Like, we need an 85K, 83K sweep. We really need it. We need it bad. Is this Donald? Yeah, Donald likes 87K. We need to make a move, though, on BTC, a real one. But it looks like Zcash just looked before it popped. TradFi status, what do you got? AMD double beat, nice. We'll get there in a second. Bitcoin 81.7, up 2.3% today. Zcash is 461. It's up 10% today. I've been long 60% book for the last 3-4 days since like 380 average maybe. I've been long like 75% my perps book, and I'm not really interested in selling. This is really a home run sort of trade for me. Like, I'm not great at the hold the bounce for a long time, and I'm prepared to have to sit in this one for a little bit, but this is playing out exactly how I could have imagined it playing out. 10% daily today, which is nuts. It was sort of consolidating on lower time frame, and there's just an infinite bid on Zcash right now. So I'm not closing here, but I can't confidently give you any advice on detail or what to do. But this looks beautiful. ETH, horrible. I mean, just dead. No volume, just uninteresting. Solana, same, uninteresting. Little breakout here, but uninteresting. Hyperliquid, nice. 44.1, and this thing is primed. You really want to see it get above 50, I think. You want to see hype above 50 and things start. You want to see Bitcoin break out. You want to see hype get above 50 and things start to feel nuts. Monero's 412, Bitcoin Dom 61.3 is sick. Bond down a little bit. Stretch is almost at 100. We're about to have a bunch of sailor buys. Do we yet? Not quite yet, but soon we're going to have stretch peg to 100, and we're going to get quite a few sailor days. Gold up less than 1%, silver flat. It's crazy. Bitcoin's trading like it is, and gold's not really moving. Silver's not really moving. Bitcoin looks the best out of the bunch. This is the type of, we need a move to get a move is the thing about BTC, right? You need a move to get a move. It sort of is what it is. You need a move to get a move. Also, YouTube, Twitter, there's a bunch of people in there. If you want to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. Come on over to the chat. We'll gift you a sub. No ads. It will be glorious. Energy down across the board. Crude oil down 3.5. Brent oil down 3. All of our energy names are flat or down, and we love to see that. Defense is crushed today. It's trading like there will never be war again. Pete Hegseth would be down a ridiculous amount. Malcolm, someone give our guy a sub here. Yeah, super like a real. I think on Lockheed is what he tried to long. He'd be down a lot. like a lot. He tried to buy the Pico top. Rip some subs in here if you can. He'd be down a lot if he tried to front run the war, which he did try to front run the war. You realize trading's hard is what you realize. You realize trading's fucking hard. Everyone says Sol is dead. I'll talk about individual crypto names a little bit. Let's just get through our recap of the day. Palantir crushed as well on the IGV down. I mean, this just like doesn't look great. Michael Burry strikes again. Fertilizers, Tulip King, Ism is flat and up a little bit. Now, big tech, Intel, monster day, up 13%. This is a $600 billion stock. SanDisk puts in another one, up 13%. Micron puts in another one, up 11%. And it is now up 25% since Air Mask came out of a 6-month hiatus to say everyone is retarded. I'm stacking Meta, and I am buying Micron. I'm going to add this tweet. It's one of the greatest. This could age as one of the better tweets to ever come out of the platform, twitter.com. We'll come back to this. QCOM, one that you know I like with that OpenAI news, looks really good here. ASML, sick day. AMD just had earnings. It beat, baby beat. Crazy whipsaw. It went from down like 5% to now being up 1.6 after hours. That's a nice one. You'd like to see that. Shout out to AMD. We'll go through all the earnings names in a minute. Marvell made a new all-time high today. Oracle is trading pretty well. Apple up a couple percent. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. DNAP, let me know if I'm missing anything. Bloom Energy, Nokia looks sick. Google made a new all-time high. Shout out to Mando. Software is pretty fried here. Amazon made a new all-time high, but retraced a little bit. Tesla down 1%. Meta down 1%. Looks terrible. Nvidia still under 200. And that's mostly what we care about. Now, some of these consumer stock names that we like before we get to altcoins. What do we got here? Iren up 11. Caterpillar up 4. IBKR, excuse me, which you know I love, is at 80, is up 3% today. MSTR earnings, big miss, but it's Bitcoin proxy. Is down 1% after hours. Hopefully, we're going to get to hear from Saylor on the earnings call today. I'm really excited. AMD results we covered, up 1.5%. Reddit, which is a fun one. Is anyone in Reddit? Is up 1.5%. I believe GameStop has been added to this list of mine. Is that true? Is that true? If not, it should be. GME, we will add it right now. Up 1.6%. CIPR, I don't know what that is. I'm still new to the stock stuff. Is that right? CIPR? Is what you're talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Never buy PayPal. Oh, Cypher. Cypherpunk Technologies. This. CIFR. I got you, brother. There it is. Wow. What is this? Data processing. DNAP, add this to our list. This is a nice looking chart. Hims 26. Now we're gonna get to altcoins, but before we do, oh my fucking man! Tell them, man. Tell them to stop fucking playing with me, bro. I hate to, dude. What the fuck is happening? Who's buying? Who's buying? Oh my God. Bro, they just wicked this thing to 4. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow. Chat, I'm just going to tell you, man, there will be a day in the not so distant future where they look back and they determine that some of the best traders to ever live were trained and studied under the Pit Telegram group. And I mean that so fucking sincerely. And the reason I know that to be true is because I'm going to be one of them. I'm going to be one of them, bro. I'm going to be one of them. I am going to be one of them. And if I am, somebody else gotta be. What's my favorite quote, man? It's a what market? It's a what ass market. It's a what ass market, chat. Somebody say it. A what ass market. A what ass market. It is a beatable ass fucking market. Anthropic commits to spending $200 billion on Google Cloud and chips. Bro, we might just be in one of the best markets ever. Oracle up 2.2 mil on Zcash. I'm not up 2.2 mil. Wow. Candle that thing, Mando. Candle that thing, bro. Candle that fucking thing, bro. Just somebody bid Bitcoin. Just get it over with. Just get it over with on the Bitcoin bid, man. Just get it over with. Just do it. Somebody just do it. Somebody just do it, man. With BTC. Just do it. Just do it. Just grab, just do it. I mean, look at this. This is a $4.7 trillion company, brother. $4.7 trillion company moving like this. Insane. Altcoins, where I'm still not convinced, but we're getting some moves. Pengu up 13. Fartcoin up 13. VVV 13. Zcash 13. Athena 11. Monad 11. Lighter 10. Jupiter 7. XPL. Now we're in the trash. Now we are into the trash. Rasmer tweet. Oh, wait. I just got a Rasmer tweet, actually. Should I see it? Went on a date last Saturday. Guy tells me to long Zcash at 382. It was lower than that. And I did tell him to do it, by the way. I'll retweet that. It was lower than that for the record. Wow. Let's keep going. We'll get to on-chain next, and I'm going to give you some takes. Pepe Galaxy looks really good. This is a fun one. Of all the crypto stocks, this looks really good. Nothing else. Tau, look at this pathetic move on Tau. If you are deep in a crypto coin right now that's not moving, I would really think about what you're holding. Oh, I forgot to add Ton. Sorry. Is it gross? Is it gross? Ooh. Oh, man. Nice. Google approaching 400. I mean, this is just this is the day we've been waiting for a long time. I don't know what happens after this, but you need Bitcoin to go. You really need Bitcoin to pop. Just do it. Somebody just do it. Close your eyes. It's worth 1.5 trillion. Just fucking bid it. On-chain. Let's do on-chain now, shall we? One. Where's Quant? Quant, where are you, brother? Where are you, buddy? Where are you, Quanti? Where are you, Quanti? There he is. There he is. Asteroid. Looks good. Looks really good. Cards. Looks good. Volume increasing too. It's what you want to see. What else is on chain that we care about? Everyone likes that Bernie coin. Bernie. I don't really care for this one at all. Troll. Wow, we're just like fucking bring out all. What's the dumbest token you know that's just up? Goblin coin. Nice. Just fucking give me the dumbest shit ever. What else we got? Takabu. Fuck it. Give me all the trash. Nope. Give me all the trash. Moncock. Fuck it. I might just buy this one day, man. You fucking spend so much time in this chat. Unk. Nub. Jesus, man. We're going deep into the fucking archives. Oh my god. Oh my god. Kled. We're just like deep in it now. We're so deep in it. Maxing. God, everyone here holds shit on chain. Oh, this is nice. K money back on Mog, TCG. God, everyone holds some trash. Look at this, is insane. Oh, this is nice. TCG's cool. Mog. This is insane that you guys are. Everyone is in this Mog. Ugh, God. And then we have this. Google Candle is nuts. Absolutely nuts. What a day right now. Wow. What is Google market cap at the moment? Where does this put the Google market cap? Going to let the 4.7. Nvidia is 4.7. Holy shit. It could happen today, huh? Wow, it could happen today. Is unbelievable. Could happen today. It's gonna happen like right now. What price does it flip? Could happen right this second. Is insane. It could happen right this second. Also, if you're on YouTube or Twitter, there's a lot of people out there and you want to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. Okay, I'm gonna read you one of the greatest tweets of all time, and let's get into some. We'll go through all of our earnings, and we are UTYA on Ton. Fine. Nice. Whoa. It's done no volume though. How is this at 50 mil? It's on no volume. Why is this at 50 mil? This is a weird one, huh? 50 mil Ton on chain. Also, Zcash won't stop yet. There's 3 coins that are the best coins in crypto. Oh my god. Dude, who's bidding this? Oh my god. I originally mentioned this remember the Peter Schiff stream when they first popped it, and I was like, someone sophisticated is buying this. Their entry sucks. They're just like slop bidding it. This is crazy. They have to pop Bitcoin. They've got to pop Bitcoin, man. They have to do it. They have to do it. They have to do it. This is nuts. What's going on with Zcash? I think there's just 3 tokens that are the best tokens in crypto. Hyperliquid being another one. Look at this. It's a 1 minute, to be fair. Yeah, this is gross. Look at the weekly Zcash chart. Let me get all these lines off. You don't need all the lines. You don't need any lines. It's pretty clean. It's pretty clean. I don't usually trade bounces like this. Like usually if I'm just trading a bounce, I'm out already. But this is a unique one where I'm like, I don't know. I could give you my take on the Zcash thesis now that we're here. Is I just came to the conclusion this weekend that everybody in the stock market is so rich right now. Everybody is up so much money. Wealth effect on Google. There is just trillions of dollars that have been printed in the stock market. They're ripping everything. They're going further out. We're doing photonics now. Everything's an AI bottleneck. Rip that. Anything that could be remotely related to AI that hasn't pumped, rip that. We're going further out. Fuck it. South Korea stocks now. Rip that. Rip that. When I saw like the metals to full AI to South Korean stock rotation, I'm like, people are desperate for some reflexivity. And there's 3 assets in crypto that just haven't moved that are incredible assets. Hyperliquid, Zcash, and Bitcoin. And they're so small. Zcash is like an $8 billion coin. It's worth nothing. It's worth nothing. And I'm watching these, like, I'm watching Google at 500 Bs in a day, and I'm saying to myself, man, they're gonna pop it. They're going to pop. Bitcoin all of a sudden looks good. Zcash all of a sudden looks good. Hyperliquid looks good, and every other stock is at all-time highs. Semiconductor ETF is like, I mean, look at these charts. On Sunday, I just like had this. I was bidding Zcash a little bit, but then I just slammed over the weekend. So I'm looking at this. I'm like, man, this is the semi ETF. From April 1 to now, it's up 60%. It's like these charts are so ungodly ridiculous, and nothing in crypto has moved. Nothing in crypto has moved. And the wealth effect that's been created is like, you could look at it kind of similar to Solana goes from, $8 to like 200, and then all of a sudden there is this ungodly wealth effect in meme coins and on chain. I think something similar is sort of happening in tech, where it's like there's this massive wealth effect in the mags and these bigger AI stocks, and it's just trickling down to everything else. But software sucks so much, you can't buy anything software, and a lot of the altcoins and on-chain crypto sucks. You can't really buy that. And so there's just three things to buy that if you're looking for reflexive like slams, can give you those type of gains. We're looking for South Korea gains. Bitcoin, Zcash, Hyperliquid are the three set up. And so I don't know. I just got the tingle. And usually I would bid it the way that I usually do, which would be like 350 to 400, 425 and be done. But I just had this feeling of like, if it were to happen, you get this spot once a quarter, maybe once every 6 months, once a year. This to me felt like a spot you get once a year, maybe if that. Everything is up trillions of dollars. Everything is up trillions of dollars. We've gone so far out into like one Serenity tweet will move a stock more than the market cap of Zcash. It will move a stock $10 billion on one tweet. You see what Citrini's doing to the market, and then you see it's just higher and higher and higher on everything stocks. And in theory, the most reflexive asset in the world, crypto, hasn't moved. And so this is going to sound crazy. I still have no confidence in anything crypto related, except for these three coins. I'm not closing my eyes and slamming garbage. I don't think it's time to slam garbage. This has to cooperate first. It just has to. Bitcoin has got, and I think it's going to. I mean, it's pretty obvious it's going to, but it has to do it first. I'm not like closing my eyes and look at this thing trade. I'm not closing my eyes and slamming Pepe. I'm not closing my eyes and slamming garbage crypto. It is not, in my opinion, it is not, like, if you're trading on chain, different, fine. I'm not really trading on chain right now. So don't, like, if you're trading cards and shit like that, I implore you to keep doing it. I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is I'm focused on this. Like, people are calling me to buy TON and to buy all this other shit. And I'm like, no. I am focused on this. There's three coins. The only other thing I want to buy right now is Hyperliquid. And I might give back some gains or miss out on some unrealized P&L, but I'm trying to double my book, bro. I'm going for home run, sophisticated hits. I want hits, high conviction hits. That's what I want. And so, yeah, I'm fading the fuck out of Tau. I'm fading TON. I'm fading all of it. And I'm watching what's ripping as the market looks good, and I'm focused. I am so focused right now, bro, on a couple things. It's like I think when I laser focus and I get the tingle and I don't do the other garbage, I don't buy scam Altman. When I get the tingle, when I find the spot, when I put my dick on the table and I play it the way that I think I should play it, I don't lose money. I don't lose money when I do it. And so, knock on wood. Let me not get too excited, but this is basically my take, is that all things considered, let me rant about it for 1 more minute. Well, basically what I'm saying is that crypto looks great, really, because like Zcash looks amazing and Bitcoin looks fine. But bro, Intel's up 13% today. SanDisk is up 12%. These are like 200, 500, 600 billion dollar companies. Okay, these alts are just like still whatever to me. A lot of them are still whatever. They don't like it isn't like crypto has joined in on the stock market euphoria. It's like it hasn't really happened. I don't know what to tell you. The Bitcoin's like flat, relatively up a couple percent. It looks really good. But it just isn't retard mode yet in crypto. Hate me for it. Do what you got to do. Get mad at me for it. I just don't think it is. So I'm euphoric on Zcash. But I'm just staying focused here. I'm staying focused, and then we'll see. But crypto, if like crypto looks good because this looks like this, in my opinion. Crypto looks good because this looks like this. You know, we look like pity good. Still. This is why I'm not selling Zcash. It's like, okay, if we're really gonna do the big one, I'm buying a Ferrari. Like, if we're really doing it, let's do it. And I'm gonna trade the let's do it, but I'm making the point that it hasn't really like I'm not hard for it yet. I'm not hard yet. That's my take. If we're really gonna do it, let's do it. We haven't done it yet, so I'm gonna sit here and I either triple the book or I round trip a massive long. Is where I'm at. So that's my take on crypto. It's still underwhelming. Like nothing's happened yet. Nothing's happened yet, and it could really happen. Okay, so I'm staying calm and cool and collected. Is where I'm at. I don't know if that was like a completely incoherent rant, but it's you need this to go, man. You just need it to just fucking just do it. Just go. Okay, so that's my take. Anyways. I do have to lower my cortisol. I know. Forgive me, man. I've been streaming about crypto every single day since 10:10. Like, forgive me. Where do you get your style inspirations from? I don't know. I don't have inspiration. So I'm going to read you one of the greatest tweets ever. Let's go through some earnings and let's go over hella crypto news. Because despite my rant that I just went on, I am obviously, like, excited. Also, forgive me. I'm just being honest with how if I'm just being honest. Like if you're gonna basically what I'm saying to summarize is if Bitcoin pulls back to 78K, it's just you're wipe out across the board. Like there isn't the 50% type of alt outperformance on BTC. That's what I'm saying. And in order to get past that, we need to really go. Like a Bitcoin candle is 78 and it's just like wipeouts, bro. Pengu down 30% kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? The waves, Fartcoin down 30% kind of thing. So that's where I'm at. Let's go. One of the best tweets of all time. I want to start here. Let's get into some topics. We have 35 minutes until A16T comes on. This might be a long stream today. It's been more than 6 months since I last posted here. In that time, I crossed oceans, countries, stayed deep in jungles, mountains, and entire continents. There were weeks where I barely looked at a screen, days where markets, earnings, politics, and the endless noise of the timeline felt like they belonged to another world entirely. I spent time in places where nobody cared or knew about stock tickers, market caps, or what the Fed was going to do next week. Places where people wake up with the sun, where storms roll in without warning, where the jungle at night is louder than any city on earth. When you completely detach from the machine for long enough, you come back seeing things differently. Simpler, more obvious. You stop overcomplicating. You stop looking for 10,000 variables and narratives. Sometimes the answer is just sitting there directly in front of you. So when I finally came back to the markets and started looking through everything again, one thing immediately stood out to me above all else. I swapped everything, including my position in Meta, straight into Micron. All in. Because from where I'm sitting, after months away from the noise, it feels almost absurdly obvious where this is going. Micron is the next NVIDIA. As for Bitcoin, nothing has changed. I never sell, still holding every Bitcoin I bought from 1K all the way up to 120K. I still think 120K for one Bitcoin is a sweet deal, and I'm pleased with those buys. Timestamp on the chart, air mass entry, yellow line, up 25% after longing all-time high. That was up 200% year over year. This market cap, 721 billion. This right here is how you beat the markets. This is how you outperform the S&P. Is you put all your eggs in one basket. You fucking make a perfect thesis. You convict it, you get conviction in it, you believe in it, you stand by it, and you watch the eggs really closely. And hopefully, oh my God. My point of this stream more than anything is not for me to be a great trader and for you to tail me. It's not for me to make money and you guys to make money on my same trades. It's to hit enough coverage, hit enough topics, hit enough understanding where you can formulate your own thesis, and you could do that. You can do that because the greatest traders in the world, the ones that outperform the S&P 500 consistently year over year on macro gains, have 20,000 followers and a non-PFP, and they live on Twitter, and you can talk to them, and you can read their posts, and you can understand their brain. That's the only point. That's the only point. Look at this shit. It's fucking gross, man. It's fucking gross. That's it. That's the whole point. Is like you are either striving to get to a spot where you can believe in something so much that you top blast with your net worth after it pumps 200% and you stand by what you did, or you should just buy the index. One of the two. And for the people that don't want to buy the fucking index, you come to this stream every day and we figure out how to do that. Period. Because every once in a while, you get a spot. And you look and you look and you wait and you wait and you wait. And eventually you get a spot. And what do you do when you finally find the spot is you fucking jam, bro. It's what you do. And if that doesn't fire you up, then I don't know, buy the S&P. Fuck it. But I'm here to jam shit and make money. And so on that, I have no war updates for the first time in a long time. We're going to skip right past it. Let's go straight to crypto. We have a couple announcements, then we'll go back to earnings. And in 30 minutes, we have a GP from A16Z who just announced a $2.2 billion crypto fund. For context, Dragonfly announced a $700 million fund a couple weeks ago, who we love, by the way. Shout out to Hasib, shout out to Tom Schmidt, shout out to the whole Dragonfly cohort. And they were they were celebrated as buying the bottom crypto, 700 mil. Now Juan, yesterday, I think that's how you pronounced it, announced a B. A16Z announced 2.2. And this is just unbelievable. You need just do it, Bitcoin. Just do it, man. Just pop it. Just fucking pop it. Hyperliquid, what's it at? Oh my God. It just wouldn't take much with crypto. Again, I am fundamentally, intellectually just bored of crypto at the moment. It's just boring at the moment. But technically, from a technical perspective and a fundamental perspective on the chart, we're just ready for some action, man. We're ready for some action. So let's get into it. Number one, A16Z announced. Google is crazy too. Look at this. This is a $4.7 trillion company moving like this. A16Z announced the $2.2 billion fund. So does Juan announced a $1 billion fund. We'll get to this in about 30 minutes. Coinbase announced some big layoffs today, which I think pumped the stock, which is always, if you got laid off by Coinbase, I'm genuinely sorry to hear that. They haven't been performing super well. Let's see what the stock did on the announcement. I think it pumped. It probably did, right? No, not really. Coinbase does not look great, but maybe we're turning things around here. We'll see. But Coinbase does not look great. They announced, so it's a letter I sent to Coinbase employees. We're not going to read it, but they laid off, I don't know, I think a lot. They reduced the size of Coinbase by 14%. Let's see. Coinbase is well capitalized, has diverse revenue streams, is well positioned to weather any storm. Crypto is also on the verge of the next wave of adoption, with stablecoins, prediction markets, tokenizations, and more taking off. However, our business is still volatile from quarter to quarter. We've managed through that cyclicality many times and came out stronger on the other side. We're currently in a down market, need to adjust our cost structure now so that we emerge from this period leaner, faster, and more efficient for our next phase of growth. Second, AI is changing how we work. Non-technical teams are now shipping production code, and many of our workflows are being automated. That's not exactly what you want to hear from an exchange where people keep all of their money. That non-technical teams are shipping production code is like a little bit, are you sure that's what we want to do? But that wasn't the announcement. That's not exactly what you want to hear from maybe the biggest custodian in the world for crypto. Probably could have left that one out if I were recommending comms, but I don't recommend comms. So, what this means: fewer layers, fewer decisions. Yeah, nothing else really. The Coinbase that emerges from this will be more capable than ever to achieve our mission. Brian, 10 million views. Crazy. Crazy. So that announcement came out today. Juan Ventures raises a $1 billion for a new crypto fund is exciting. I mean, yeah, it's just like, I don't know, Dragonfly announced 700 Bs, and we were like, really, I brought a Seb on the stream that day. We were really fired up about it, and there's now been like 3 Bs announced in the last day for crypto investments, which is crazy. I mean, yeah, it's a crazy time to invest in crypto. Valuations are low, confidence is low, everything is low. Now, does that mean it's a better buy or a worse buy? Unclear. We're going to find out sooner rather than later, but big announcement here. You love to see it. OSF made a really good tweet as well before we get to some on-chain stuff. Crypto's been one of the greatest left curve assets of our generation. Consequently, I find it rather ironic that those have made their fortunes in crypto via said left curve thought processes are now mid-curving their way out of the sector. I think a lot of the CT timeline is dominated by active perp traders, and it's been a horrific trading environment on majors, primarily due to a lack of volatility. Many people have a strategy of chasing breakouts and breakdowns. And given we've largely flatlined for the last 2 to 3 months, that strategy will generally have done poorly. And I think it's these same guys who think crypto is over because they conflate their ability to make P&L with crypto prices being able to recover. It's a good point. It actually feels extremely similar to that 2023 period where we had no vol and people chopped themselves up for ages before just giving up and leaving the market, which was obviously a terrible decision. This did happen. Like I was here for 2023. I would argue sentiment was better then, but what's even the point of that conversation, right? Was it better? Was it worse? Who the fuck cares? We are where we are, and it is what it is, and all we could talk about is where we're at this exact moment. Active traders feel the need to make money at any given moment in time and are generally not good bellwethers for longer term price action. In the not too distant future, I believe I'll be quote tweeting these tweets when we're much higher and the same people who've left will opportunistically return. My take on this is always, if the move is real in any asset, you don't want to be early. You'd rather be early, late, late. Because if the move is real, it will give you the 4 tranches, right? If the move is fake, then the only time to make money is early, and it's chump change anyways. You don't give a fuck, right? This is why okay, could I have traded Ton yesterday? Yes. But if Ton is actually going to lead us through the bear market and Pavel Durov is going to be our savior, then that thing is going to fucking candle. And so I've found more often than not that most of the money I make is buying good stuff higher than buying bad stuff lower, always. If it's really going to go up, I will make money on the way up. I will buy it higher. I will sacrifice gains. And I'm willing to buy, I'm willing to miss a lot of the move to fucking feel confident about what I'm doing than just like throwing out feelers and praying. And so not that the Ton one wasn't a sick trade. You could have binked it yesterday. And do I wish I don't know, if you give me a time machine, would I gone back and longed this? Yeah, probably. It's a nice 44%er. But if this thing is really going to do it, I will buy it at $4. And so this is why I'm always conflicted and kind of butting heads with the people that are like, you should be buying all of the crypto right now while nobody's buying. It's like, I don't know. If it's really back, let's just buy it when it's back. It'll be really back. It'll be really back. And so there was some mega church action you could have done on Ton, but I mean, let's look at it. Let's look at the announcement on Ton. It's a cool one. Pavel Durov makes this announcement, and I mean, I can't stop looking at this. Though, what am I supposed to do? I like to buy high, sell higher. What's the Suzu tweet? We're gonna just get fully retarded. Suzu, most money made buying higher. Please, 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 please. What's the tweet? Please, Tulip King. Fuck. Please, you know what I'm talking about, right? More money ever in human history was made, like buying higher or something. So Pavel announces fees and TON have dropped 6x to nearly 0. Next stop, Telegram replaces the TON Foundation as the driving force behind TON and becomes its largest validator. I'm kind of shocked this hasn't already happened. The focus shifts to tech superiority. The new TON.org, new dev tools, new performance upgrades, timeline 2 to 3 weeks. Oh, is this a tweet? Please tell me. DNAP, you're so good. Is this it? Is this it? The best kept secret in trading is that far more money has been made buying new highs than any other type of strategy, and it's not even close. Retweet. Thank you. Unbelievable post. Is it true? I don't really know. But if the move is real, the move is real. So this announcement comes out, and it's a sick one. Telegram is... It never made sense to me why TON was so dog shit when Telegram is so incredible. And we use it so much for everything. Like, it's always like, I remember like it was always last cycle. At what point did we start buying TON, right? It feels like it makes sense. That feels like a sound investment thesis. The app every crypto person uses all day, every day should probably go up. But it sucks, man, because you have this same Foundation Labs problem. You have brutal unlocks. You have a token that's like disheveled and down only nonstop and gets no love. And really no reason for it to come out of where it's at. And so I'm going to be honest. When I saw this announcement, obviously there's a green candle that comes with it, but I was pretty much struggling to not draw a parallel to WorldCoin. Bad take, maybe, but I could only think of WorldCoin. I'm sorry. I thought of WorldCoin. It's like sick founder who doesn't care about it, who's working on this other thing, token down only, unlocks forever, sell, 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 sell. Nobody serious ever bought it, let alone ever used it. And that is, I don't know. So I didn't buy it, didn't trade it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And I really hope they lock in and go hard on it. But that announcement came out, and then there was something else I had. What was it about TON? Was it from here? Oh, yeah. TON up over 35% today amid announcement of Telegram replacing TON Foundation as main driver and largest validator. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, am I off on the WorldCoin comp? Am I off? Is it a bad take? What do you think? Is anyone long right now? Oh, let me just send this message real quick. Is anyone long? Is anyone holding? Is anyone buying here? I'm just like not going to trade it, but we'll see. They did have that. They had one use case I really liked, which was they had these NFTs to give you a private Telegram account where they remember these NFTs to give you a private like Telegram username or like private Telegram account. That I thought was really fucking cool. So that is what it is. We'll look at it one more time, and we'll see where we end up. Private numbers. Yeah. They had like a private number thing. I hope it rips. I just get too distracted. It's hard for me to have more than. It's hard for me. I just get distracted. Like it's hard for me to focus on more than one position at a time. At any given moment. So it is what it is. So I got distracted by some dumbass tweet. People are tweeting retarded shit at me. Anyways, moving on. So this came out as well. Multicoin has built a significant position in Zcash since February. Zcash is a return to the cypherpunk ideals crypto was founded on. So I wonder how much they bought. But yeah, I mean, look, this is the type of stuff that's going on, man. California's proposed wealth seizures are a warning. As the political trend to seize private wealth continues to grow, people and institutions will increasingly seek private assets to protect themselves. Do you understand the California wealth tax, brother? That's going to pass, by the way. California wealth tax. Is it really $390? Yeah, I mean, I have it up. Do you understand what this is? The California Billionaire Tax Act, expected on the November 26th ballot, proposes a one-time 5% tax on the net worth of residents with over $1 billion in assets. The net worth, bro. The net worth. And I think it's going to pass. I read that it's going to pass. Let's see. I read this shit is going to pass. I propose a one-time 5% tax on 1 billion. But this is why it's important. It's like nobody's paying. You'll just leave. Brin left, Sachs left, Zuckerberg left, everybody left. Under California law, Larry Page left, Zuckerberg left. Crazy. I think it's going to pass. But the point I'm trying to make is that you see where we're going. You see what Mamdani is doing in New York. You see what they're fucking proposing in California. You see where this is headed. And XMR is worth $7.7 billion. $7.7 billion. Zcash is worth 8.1. You're telling me privacy is worth 17 Bs? That's it? It's a joke. Some of these things it's a joke. And so that, yeah, undeniable trade. Second one, by the way, is I don't know how you could buy this chart. Robinhood, knowing that Hyperliquid exists. You can't buy it. No. You can't. I don't know how you could buy it knowing Hyperliquid exists. This is a $70 billion coin stock. $70 billion company. Hyperliquid FTV is like 45. IBKR, $140 billion company. Okay. Basically, because it has South Korean stocks. I don't know how you could buy it. Amit would like a word with you. Shout out to Amit. That's my fucking guy. I would love to talk to him about Robinhood. I don't know how you could buy it when you know Hyperliquid exists. And so, yeah, there are a couple use cases in crypto that just have made themselves like so fucking fascinating. It is a regulatory risk hedge. I agree. Also, it's difficult to use. Now look at this. I wanted to go over some of this trading all-time high stuff because I took the Mando thesis very seriously. Like you know what I realized trading over the last I focused more on trading since 1010 than I ever have in my entire life. Okay. And oh my God, this is unbelievable. Really, I mean, this is unbelievable. Who's bidding it? 496. I'm not trying to give you FOMO, but I mean, this is crypto Bitcoin. Just pop it. I mean, this is unbelievable. This is the type of move that brings people back into crypto. I mean, I'm long like my fucking net worth in this thing, really. They're gonna remember us, chat. They are going to remember us. Look at 502. Oh my God. Are you not taking some off the table? Holy fuck. Well, here's the thing. If I'm right on the thesis, this is the reason why I'm struggling to take P is if I'm right on the thesis, it just goes like it's crypto time. If it's crypto time, sell to buy what? Cash? Other coins? Sell a winner to buy a loser? If it's crypto time, it's crypto time. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my God. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Malcolm said Zach like it's not on the fucking screen. Bro said, look at Zach. Brother, look at the fucking stream. Oh my god. Blow off top, he said. Dude, no, you what? Blow off top. If it's crypto time, it's fucking crypto time. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. My god. Well, that was, I mean, okay, wait, let me focus. Sorry. Let me focus. Somebody like very with a lot of money is buying. Let me, I'm not trying to give you FOMO. I'm not trying to give you FOMO. Don't tell me, but someone with a lot of money is buying, because these are just like sloppy. They're just like, I mean, they're just like slamming it. What does funding look like? Dude, what is funding? 21%. I was gonna do a segment, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. We are so fucking paid. Don't forget to take partials. Wait, let me just see a couple. Look on chain, you said. This is insane. Dickie Emerson. Movie. Look. Sorry, guys. I was gonna give you a good segment, but I don't know what I'm even supposed to say. Where's the Oh my god. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I'll say. Is that I mean, who was that? Number one. Number two is, you asked me at 5 minutes ago and 20% ago why I can't sell this spot. The reason I can't sell this spot is because if it's crypto time, it's fucking crypto time. You know what I mean? If it's crypto time, it's crypto time. And I said it in the pit like 4 or 5 days ago. Sometimes it's just time to slam. Please tell me who's buying, though. You need Bitcoin to pop. What is this Taiki tweet? Wow, what a fucking G. What a fucking G. What a fucking G. Guys, just do it, Bitcoin. Just do it. Yeah, somebody just bought like it's trading the same way that it traded when the Winklevosses did the DAT. Unbelievable. I gotta fucking like focus. We have what's the thesis? Hold on. I don't know when the last time I saw a candle like this. Like, who was that, bro? It's not even worth $10 billion, by the way. It's not. Google moved 500 Bs in a day. It's not even worth 10 Bs. Who just, like, got slipped to literal fuck? Gake by. Someone just got slipped. Was it Arthur Hayes? No, right? Oh, my God. Guys, we just are going to be. We are just going. I don't want to do I don't want to do the P&L speech yet because I haven't sold anything yet. This is going to be a long ride. We have a long way to go. But all I'm going to say, I'm not going to do the P&L speech right now. I'm not going to do it. We have a long road ahead of us. But what I'm going to tell you is that it is impossible to spend your entire life in minimum 3 hours a day watching the stream every day, where the only thing we do is try so hard to get good at markets and to learn what's happening and what to trade and not eventually hit one. And so, honestly, anytime you ever see me make money on a trade, you should get inspired, because I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, we got the same informational digest and probably the same IQ if you're 130. So, all right, here's what we're going to do. I gotta reel myself back in, and I need to focus, because I have an interview that I'm really excited about. Really, we have this guy coming on. His name is Guy, and he's a GP at A16Z, which is like top at A16Z Crypto, and they just raised $2.2 billion fucking dollars. Do you understand how much money that is to buy cryptocurrency, to invest in crypto? Okay, $2.2 billion to invest in crypto. Okay, and I'm pretty fucking fired up. I'm pretty fucking fired up to talk to this guy. And so maybe they just slammed it all into Zcash. I don't know. But it's at the very least, it means they think there's enough talent to give $2 billion to. So, all right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get off real quick. Check waiting. He's not here. He's not here. I gotta get up. This might take a minute. I'll be back in a second. BRB. Damn, who fucking bid that? It's disgusting. Bitcoin still hasn't gone. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We have a couple minutes. And damn, Brasmer, thanks for the shout out. They're gonna know about the pit, gentlemen. They are going to know about us. There is going to be some legends spawned from this group chat. Luke, he's ready. He's ready, Luke. Give me confirmation you're ready. I'll let him in. Give me confirmation you're ready. Will Bitcoin go when Saylor speaks an earnings call? Probably not. Okay, Luke, he's coming in. Guy Woolet. They don't want to give us another bull run in crypto. They don't, because our chat we're gonna really do the thing. But all right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna bring it back in, and I'm gonna refocus. We have bro's going straight to DY. Hell, no. I already got my earrings. We have a GP from A16Z come on the stream right now, which is not the normal stream, but they again just raised a $2.2 billion fund. That's a lot of fucking money. And they're doing it at a time like, yes, I know crypto is exciting right now, but it was not. It was not when they were raising this fund, okay? And so it's pretty fucking exciting. I don't think he's going to be on for that long, but I'm excited to talk to the guy because he's going to have some interesting insights. I'm very just curious, what else are you excited about in crypto that isn't stablecoins and tokenization? Like, yeah, exactly. So he's going to be on for like 30 minutes. And then usually I do interview, then I rug the stream. But I think we have a lot to talk about today. These streams might start getting longer because markets are active, and there are markets this time. So yeah, sound good? Let me know if that sounds good. I'll stay on after and we'll do, I wanted to do this top blasting segment. All right, let's get it. Guy coming off from A16Z. Let me make the tweet that he's on, actually. Let me make the tweet. All right, I'm fucking excited. I love this shit. Let's go. One second, sir. Let me get you up on the screen. And boom. Guy, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you, man. Welcome to the stream.
Thanks so much. Excited to be here.
Yeah, excited to have you. Look, I give you a quick context on the stream and who's watching because I think it might be helpful. I'm threadguy. It's great to meet you. And this is primarily historically a crypto stream. And all we've talked about is crypto, or all we did talk about was crypto, probably up through 10/10 and mid-October. And I woke up and was like, what are we going to talk about on stream for 3 hours every day for the next 6 months? And so we spent a lot of time talking about AI, talking about equities, talking about geopolitics, because I had a little geopolitical commentator art there, and everything in between, which is actually seeming quite helpful now that over the last week, crypto has some juice. And your announcement comes, congratulations, comes at a really cool time, man, because it's like crypto is obviously, as you know, been pretty depressed. I think I had Hasib on like 2 months ago when they announced their fund at 700 million, I think, which was like heroic. Like, oh my God, how did Dragonfly figure out how to get $700 million? And then we had, was it Juan? Juan announced $1 billion, and then you guys just announced 2.2, which is a fucking monster. So
we're back, baby.
Feels good to have you on today in particular, and I'm excited to talk to you. So quick intro on me, quick lore. Hit us with something real quick on what you guys just announced and who you are.
Yeah, we just announced the 5th crypto fund. I'm one of the general partners here at A16Z Crypto. We invest in anything and everything related to blockchains, and in spite of the news and sentiment, maybe not everyone has had the same level of excitement that we have. I think we are not only at an interesting inflection point for blockchains, but we are getting most of what we want. And in fact, I would argue that crypto as a space is winning. I think we've had incredible positive improvements in terms of stablecoin adoption. Infrastructure has gotten drastically better in both price and performance over the last couple of years. We've had incredible regulatory shifts in Washington, specifically first with the passage of Genius. Now it seems like we're on the cusp of Clarity potentially passing, which I think would be very meaningful, potentially unlock the rest of the market. You know, a lot of what is working today, I think, is stable coins, which are obviously benefiting from the regulation, and then also perps, which I think are you know, in a much better position today than they were a couple of years ago, and some of the news from the CFTC there has been very positive, and so, you know, I think we're pretty fired up both about you know, on-chain finance kind of merging with Wall Street, and also about bringing financial services starting with, you know, stable coins and savings accounts, but migrating over time to investing products, credit, lending, you know, to the entire world. Things we probably take for granted. Yep. You and I, maybe your bank and your brokerage is doing a good job. I think mine could certainly use some improvements. Yeah. But there are still billions of people that, you know, I think lack basic financial services. And if we do nothing else as a space, I'm excited to kind of bring parity to that world for all people.
I mean this very generously, but how did A16Z convince LPs to give you guys $2.2 billion in this market for crypto?
I would say Chris Dixon's charisma, and then maybe my good looks.
On a serious note, how do you deploy that? How do you approach deploying that, especially right now? Like one of the, you know, I had Kobe came on the stream a week ago, which was awesome. And one of the things I asked him was that when I first got into crypto 2020, prior to that, I was like an internet reseller, like streetwear kid, right? It followed the drop shipping crowd into sports cards and NFTs into crypto. And it felt like the bleeding edge of talent. If you were young and you were in your 20s and you were smart and you were sharp, you were just like in crypto. You would go to crypto. It was the natural move. And that, I think I would argue that was the case from maybe 2020 to 2024. Somewhere in there was a shift, and the foundational tech has just like become AI, right? All of the talent, they can raise more venture in AI. They can maybe make more money. They can exit faster in AI. And there just like was a shift. And it feels like since then we've had like a talent problem where what's the new hot thing people are excited about that isn't, you know, prediction markets, massive one, Polymarket in the back. Shout out to Polymarket, Shane Copeland, some generational founders there. But moving forward, like how do you deploy it and what is it going to take to get the new cohort of talent back into crypto? Like, are they here?
Yes, I think the new cohort of talent is certainly here. I will agree with you. I think we have to acknowledge that a lot of the infrastructure in crypto that has become so impressive and performant was built by let's call it the computer science researcher. Yeah. And that person has definitely, you know, adopted AI psychosis. They're spending 18 hours a day in Claude Code. I don't know if your friends are the same as my friends, but I think it's almost become an idle game in the sense of something like Clash of Clans, where you're now timing your sleep schedule around when the agent will complete its task. And so I you know, take nothing away from that. I think the improvements in AI are incredible and will lead to, you know, massive productivity growth. But I really think the question or challenge for crypto to kind of go through an annealing process with finance and you know, for finance to move on chain, the question is not a technical one anymore. It's a go-to-market challenge. Nice. It's an understanding of what the customer really wants. And a lot of the founders we've worked with recently, a couple of whom we haven't announced yet, and you know, I'm excited for those to come out in the coming months and weeks. But a lot of them are coming from fintech companies, leaving senior roles at banks or asset managers. And I would really say, you know, Wall Street is coming towards crypto. Wall Street is moving on chain, both literally in the products they're building and in the people who are migrating physically from FiDi to Soho in New York. And so I would say, you know, that's kind of the talent pipeline is people are moving slightly north in Manhattan. You know, you have DeFi coming from Brooklyn to Soho, and you have TradFi coming from FiDi to Soho.
You know, one of the things that was so bizarre about the last, I don't know, maybe like post ETF and then really post Trump coin is everything you could ever want in crypto as a crypto trader, speculator, builder, participant has happened, right? Pro crypto admin and Gensler's out and pro crypto SEC and ETFs are passed and all these financial vehicles are passed and the road for tokenization is passed and like Clarity, Genius Act, right, with stablecoins, and Clarity is hopefully soon going to be passed. And you have what feels about as close to like depression as you could amongst the on-chain cohort, while the not the higher ups, but the people a little bit further out are like, oh my God, this crypto thing is awesome. This is a better vehicle than what we have in TradFi. And it's ironic that the part that's been missing from the crypto equation is the speculative part, which is what has been the main driver for crypto up to this point, right? Volatility kind of suppressed and things moving on chain kind of suppressed, and post meme coins, new fun experiments on chain sort of non-existent. And so my question for you is maybe a tough one to answer, but outside of tokenization and stable coins, what do you believe in the future of and are excited in the future of as it relates to crypto?
Absolutely. I would also say the speculation has not gone away. The speculation has just, maybe it was evenly distributed previously, and now the speculation has concentrated in, you have two logos behind you. I think maybe those are excellent, explanations for where the speculation has gone. So certainly, if you look at, Hyperliquid over the last year, the significant growth in RWA perps, I think is really signaling that when people are interested in investing, they want high quality assets. And as much fun as kind of the, DeFi food coin era was, I think you would say, buying something like a commodity perp is probably a higher quality asset than like, next marginal food token.
Good take. Great take.
So I think in many ways, DeFi has been, in the words of Chris and our team, the next big thing will look like a toy. And for several years, DeFi was a toy. And now I think we're taking ourselves more seriously, and we're being taken more seriously by the rest of the world. So to answer your question directly, like what other than stablecoins and tokenization is interesting? Well, I would say one, I'm very interested in offering better investing products and trading products to people, especially outside the US. I think we take for granted the ability to access, American capital markets and to make reasonable investments. I think part of the reason you see so much interest in, for example, RWA perps or tokenized stocks is that not everyone has access to these assets globally. And in fact, it's quite hard to access them if you're not, a very wealthy person in a developing country. Then I would say two, if we think of what is really working today in crypto, most of it's a second order effect of stablecoins or perps. And the increasing growth in stablecoin issuance is starting to build a whole new credit market. And I think, especially with the desire for stablecoins, which are really being used for savings in many cases today, looking for, higher yield or more interesting investment opportunities, moving towards kind of vaults as a new market structure for credit, where, pre-global financial crisis, you had a lot of direct bank lending. After the global financial crisis, you saw the rise of private credit, which I think was both an interest in having a direct relationship with your lender, but also, certainly a result of Basel III and some of the regulations. Now I think you see private credit going through an interesting transition period. I'm not the best person to speak to that, but if you look at the news, maybe you'll see one or two articles that will do it justice. I think there's a really interesting convergence between a very high number of dollars in stablecoins sitting on chain that want credit opportunities and a credit market structure and ecosystem that is looking for new kind of technical solutions to some of their existing problems. So that I think is very interesting to me. And then I think crypto is great at building new markets. And I think we obviously need new markets for compute and energy. What is the biggest bottleneck to building AI God and having it solve all of our problems? Well, I think the simple answer is that we do not have enough energy, and we certainly do not have enough silicon and enough chips. And the market structure there, I think, is relatively immature. You have some spot markets, you have very immature derivative markets. I think a lot of what will work on chain over the coming years will be to build, leapfrog financial markets where compute and energy don't, trade in the same way that we trade existing equities or commodities now, but will in fact kind of be default on chain, much the same way you saw, throughout Latin America and Southeast Asia, going directly from cash payments to touchless. So that's maybe too much, but I think we're generally very excited.
I'll come back to the AI take in a second. It's a good point you make about Hyperliquid, is that after watching how well the South Korean stocks have done, I spent some time looking into other emerging markets. And what you don't realize is that, like, living in America, being born in America, you don't realize how incredibly efficient and innovative like the American stock market is, and how every other emerging market just isn't. And then you also twofold realize how hard it is to get exposure to a lot of these assets. And so for me with Hyperliquid, it was always like, man, I don't want to off ramp to Robinhood to buy stocks. This Hyperliquid thing is cool. But for the rest of the world, it's like, no, you actually just cannot trade this stuff anywhere really, other than on chain with tokenized stocks and Hyperliquid. And so it also adds access to this, I mean, pool of liquidity, which is like the rest of the world, right? That wants exposure to this because the currency sucks and their stock market suck and can't get it because of geographical blockers that now have access to it with Hyperliquid. Like, I think that's an underrated part of Hyperliquid for sure. On-chain perps.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think this isn't just true for equities. You know, you've seen Athena do really well with the cash and carry trade. I think, you know, if you come from a crypto background, you're maybe unfamiliar with the real cash and carry trade, which has been very successful. And so I think this is a two-way street, you know, trying to bring higher asset quality to crypto and then using crypto as a distribution mechanism for new sorts of investing and trading products.
Can you expand a little bit on your take of why and how crypto doesn't get lost in the AI explosion, like where it finds itself in that stack?
What do you mean by gets lost?
How does, like, I don't know, how does crypto exist and benefit and not get opportunity costed out from all of the excitement that's happening on chain or in AI, and could talk a little bit about the on-chain like compute market concept?
Yeah, I think the whole world is going through the process of re-rating, you know, how business works, how assets should be priced in a world of AI. And, you know, you certainly see that in public markets. I think a lot of that question is now if you can vibe code in a weekend, a software product that is better than what you're currently using as an enterprise, maybe your retention or your ability to continue to grow as, you know, for example, a SaaS company is really curtailed. Thankfully, almost every successful project in crypto is a network effects business. You can't vibe code USDC. You can't vibe code a liquidity network effect. These are, I think, enduring moats that almost every company outside of crypto would love to have. And so I think when something really works in crypto, it is enduring and it has very strong defensibility, which is, I think in many ways, kind of the parallel or the mirror image of what you've seen for a lot of successful AI companies, where the growth rates are astronomical, but there are a lot of questions about, you know, how things develop in the fullness of time. To speak to your specific question, I think obviously the big bottleneck for AI progress today is compute and is energy. And, you know, I would argue this is as much a capital formation problem as it is a technology problem. And so I think if there's one thing crypto is really good, is that you know, excellent at finance and excellent at coordination. And so, you know, when I think about trying to figure out the right way to finance, especially in the long tail, as opposed to the, you know, Mag 7 companies, finance GPU purchases, be able to hedge token demand, be able to, for example, buy derivatives on compute or on tokens from specific models themselves. I think a lot of that work, at least, you know, from the folks we're talking with, is just going to be built on chain by default, because these are markets that are global, are more efficient in many cases, and, you know, accessible 24/7 the same way compute is. If you believe in, you know, AI kind of dominating productivity and our, you know, our world, then I think you have to believe in a financial system that looks a lot like the one that we've built on chain. And so, you know, that I think is kind of where these two trends come together.
It's actually a fun take because it's just a fun take. It's sort of a new take where it's like there's a relatively new set of problems that wasn't this prominent 5 years ago, definitely not 10 years ago, that crypto is uniquely positioned to be able to solve, that you wouldn't have thought about you wouldn't have thought about this in the 2020 cycle, at least not the way that you are right now, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a fun take. How do you like, you're obviously a really smart guy, and I would imagine you get a ton of deals and term sheets and, you know, valuations that cross your table. And I always think about this as a trader. It's like you are programmed to follow the hot ball of money, whether you like to or not. It's like you can only hold out in late 2025 in crypto before you're like, all right, everything that has the word AI in the stock market is like limit up every single day. Metals, or you get trained to follow the hot ball of money. And in venture, that's probably not the most profitable strategy to do, right? You guys just raised $2 billion round, doubling down when things are quiet and slow. How do you not get FOMO and distracted as to what's happening in AI and really ground yourself in the opportunity that exists within cryptocurrency?
Yeah. Well, I think it's interesting you use the word cryptocurrency at the end, because a lot of the opportunity, I think, is not in building new currencies or new forms of money, but is in building new markets and infrastructure to serve finance.
I like the new markets, yeah.
And I think certainly the AI is interesting and compelling, but I feel like if you look on a relative basis, there's an incredible opportunity today presented by perhaps exactly what you were saying, that a lot of people are maybe a little depresso espresso and everyone is euphoric in kind of the rest of the market and world. And maybe it's just my personality or kind of by inclination, but I kind of enjoy and appreciate the time when, you know, the work I'm focused on is maybe less popular as opposed to being the talk of the town. I also think that the simple answer is that we have a pretty straightforward investment framework, which is to try to back the very best founders at an early stage, and then to double down on, you know, products and companies that clearly have product market fit at the growth stage. Just, you know, much more of a kind of a metrics based evaluation. But really, I think venture capital is a people and a talent business, and so it's very hard to be FOMO'd into an idea. It's, you know, very easy to want to work with a fantastic person, you know, over the course of a decade or more.
It's a beautiful take. And, you know, we touched on some of these new vehicles. Polymarket's on the background. Prediction markets has been one of the hottest stories of the last 3, 4, 5 years, really, especially as of recent last year. How big is the TAM on prediction markets? Like, how big could Polymarket get and grow from here, from like a users, a volume, you know, assets traded perspective?
That's a very hard question to answer numerically. I think in terms of trend, I very much believe in a world of increasing financialization and increasingly kind of expressing your beliefs or opinions about the world as an individual through trading, so to speak. You know, I think a lot of this is not a crypto specific trend, but manifests in crypto itself, because blockchains are excellent at building new markets. You know, you saw retail participation in the stock market, I think, double, if I recall correctly, before to after COVID. And so, you know, I think a really simple way to understand prediction markets is that if you have a very specific belief about the world, in theory, you could express that by investing in equities. But oftentimes, as maybe you well know, it's hard to predict what, you know, your very specific belief about the world will, you know, how that will express itself in asset prices. And it's much easier or more legible to say, well, you know, I believe we're going to invade Cuba, which no comment on. But I think it's very hard to predict whether or not, you know, the invasion of Cuba will ripple out into, you know, certain equities. It's much simpler to say, you know, I have a very specific prediction about the world and I can express that. And so I think, you know, if prediction markets continue to grow the way they have been, the TAM there will certainly be much larger than it is today.
Can you give me some lore on A16Z? Like, I don't know, I saw the round announcement and I assumed that everybody knows the story and what you guys hit on, what you missed on, how you got here. Then I realized I don't even really know the story. And so I figured, I should probably ask, yeah, like what have just been like the highs and the lows of the journey with A16Z? Like huge wins, huge losses, euphoric points, depressing points. Like give us something.
Yeah, I mean, I think by personality, I'm less of a we're so back, it's so over. I'm kind of a steady, boring guy. I feel like we would have fun because I would mellow you out. And
we would balance, yes.
To be interesting. A16Z was started by Ben and Mark, Ben Horowitz, Mark Andreessen, back in the late 2010s with the idea of building a venture capital fund for founders, where, you know, the idea is we build a product and founders buy the product with, you know, their company equity, as opposed to being a firm that, you know, kind of sits and you know, separates itself and then, you know, wants to kind of dictate top down how companies should work. And so, you know, the original idea was to try to work with visionary technical founders from hopefully as early as possible, but if we make a mistake at later stages as well, and then support them with everything outside of their core business. So things like research, engineering, legal, go-to-market, talent, so on and so forth. And the you know, crypto focus at the firm really started back in 2013 when Chris Dixon led the investment in Coinbase. We put together the first crypto fund back in 2018, and you know, today we're announcing the 5th crypto fund, which is 2.2 billion. You know, it's certainly been an interesting time. You know, myself personally, I joined our team back in December of 2020, actually December 1st, 2020, which that was the first new all-time high for Bitcoin since the prior cycle.
That is nuts.
A very serendipitous time to start. And, you know, it has not been a boring 5.5 or so years, but, you know, I'm really much more excited, I think, about the next 5 or 10 years and the opportunity we have in front of us.
That was incredible. Thank you for the lore. What a 5, 6 years. You joined it at a wild time. And yeah, congratulations again on the fund. Is there any sort of like closing statement or anything you want to leave the people with, some optimism that you want to leave the increasingly optimistic, for a lack of a better filler word there, traders and crypto participants that are in the audience that have, it's been a tough 6 months.
Yeah, that's fair. I was reading the book of the samurai the other day, the Hagakure, and there's a quote that has stuck with me, which is the way of the samurai is in desperateness. 10 men or more cannot kill such a man. Common sense will not achieve great things, simply become insane and desperate. And that's kind of the energy we're channeling. Crypto's maybe not the hottest topic on the planet right now, but I think we have an incredible opportunity to build better financial services for all people globally and to kind of help transform how traditional finance works today. I'm very thankful for the people on our team, the founders we're already working with. And if you're watching out there and you're building kind of a transformational project within crypto, I'd love to talk to you.
That was beautiful. Guy, absolute pleasure. Congratulations again. It was great to talk to you. I appreciate you coming on. And maybe next Bitcoin all-time high, we'll bring you on for part 2.
Absolutely.
Have a good one, brother. Much love. Peace. That was lit. That's a smart-ass guy. Shout out to shout out to Guy. That was awesome. On that note,
vision at its core. It's the earnings call where Bitcoin treasury updates and enterprise software progress are proving once again that bold execution can deliver real value while pushing the boundaries of what's possible with decentralized assets.
Did he say anything?
Same spirit of rethinking capital allocation, settlement systems, and monetary policy is exactly what this live demonstration embodies. To properly mark this special moment during Strategy's Q1 2026 earnings call,
is it a QR?
and to celebrate the shared...
Oh, fuck. Sorry, this is fake. Damn. Is it fake?
Most notable one right now.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Wow. I'm like, dude, there was 56,000 viewers. There's a MicroStrategy account. Please tell me nobody clicked that QR code. Please, please, please. I'm so sorry. That is, wow. That is fucking.
Really exciting.
Wow.
A few months ago at our Bitcoin for Corporations conference.
If you watch that YouTube, Twitter, you want to chat, Twitter.tv/threadguy.
Announcements by systemically important banks, Morgan Stanley,
I'm gonna get up real quick.
Citi, TD, all with intent to integrate Bitcoin into their operations. This is something we only hoped for 3 or 4 years ago, and now it's reality. And at the point that Bitcoin's integrated into the banking system, then it's digital capital here to stay. You can just see the announcements across your ticker, right? Everywhere in the world. This is a global phenomena. It turns out whatever happens in the US and with the US banks is spreading to Europe, to the UAE, to Hong Kong, to South America, etc. I think you're going to see these announcements accelerate, but we've crossed the event horizon, and it's pretty clear that you can't put the genie back in the bottle. Bitcoin has arrived. We try to be systemic, so we track it. And we track the 15 largest or most systemically visible banks in the world, and we look at their embrace of Bitcoin as a creditworthy instrument. Will they trade it? Will they offer credit against it? Will they custody it? Will they handle the derivatives, etc.? And what you can see here is that adoption has actually advanced since even
wait,
last
this dude is a
quarter.
dumbass?
And everywhere in the world, across all of these banks, there are active efforts to improve Bitcoin support. If you track the number of accounts that support Bitcoin access, you can see we're marching up into the high hundreds of millions.
I need to scroll Twitter while we listen.
840 million crypto exchange accounts, nearly 1 billion neobank accounts, nearly 1 billion brokerage accounts that all have access to some sort of Bitcoin derivative. ETFs, of course, continue to embrace Bitcoin. There's now been 125 ETFs with about $126 billion of capital. The capital flowing into these ETFs.
Does he end up losing all of his money? Maybe. Or being the richest guy in the world.
As you can see, we were the first company to embrace Bitcoin, and now we're up to 194 public companies. We anticipate this will continue.
Do you have any good clips? I don't really want to listen to this.
Lots and lots of IPOs. The public markets have embraced Bitcoin, and this is just an example of some of the notable companies that have come public just recently that have substantial.
Forgot about Jonah. Can we get it back on why? I like Jonah, but why?
The digital credit ecosystem has been a very pleasant surprise. It has grown very rapidly and has become very diverse. And the way that we know that digital credit is working is that the companies and economic actors everywhere in the world that we've never met face to face are discovering this, and they're building products and businesses around it. So right now, what we see is very enthusiastic support with retail investors, with corporate treasurers,
Sailor gotta come on the stream,
institutional investors, with crypto native innovators, and
come rock with me, Sailor.
Innovators. So 5 different groups of capitalists, but they're all getting very heavily involved enthusiastically and rapidly. If we drill into retail, 80%
of so smart and rich.
All STRC.
If you're watching on YouTube, Twitter, you want to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy.
This is an extraordinary fact. Normally, it's very difficult to get broad, deep retail support for a common stock or a public stock. And yet we've been very pleasantly surprised. We're able to trace about 120,000 individual retail accounts. Word of mouth is spreading this. It's spreading virally. Based upon our studies, we see that anybody that buys STRC is generally telling their friends, their family, their parents, their working associates about it. And it continues to spread word of mouth. You can also see Schwab is a big distribution channel. 23% of Stretch is held in Schwab accounts. Fidelity is a channel. Robinhood is a channel. Morgan Stanley and E-Trader channels. BlackRock is a channel. Interestingly enough, Vanguard, that won't let their investors buy Bitcoin natively, they actually are a channel for Stretch. And so it's pretty exciting that we have wrapped Bitcoin into a credit instrument that is being distributed through all sorts of...
It's nuking volatility, but imagine we pop and unspiral that volatility to the up. Imagine.
Traditional finance channels to types of investors that otherwise would never be able to buy Bitcoin itself or would never want to. We actually have traced Stretch exposure, and we estimate that there are about 3 million households that are benefiting from Stretch right now. So think of it as powering a savings account.
Zcash solves the problem Sailor created. It's crazy message.
Fong mentioned about 100 million beneficiaries of MSTR. Well, 3 million beneficiaries of STRC in 8 months is a pretty good start to the race. Our ambition is to spread this to tens of millions and then hundreds of millions of people. So we're off to a good start, but we're just very enthusiastic about the retail support. We're also very enthusiastic about corporate support. Corporations, unprompted by us, we didn't go and sell this to them. They just figured out that it was a good idea for them. But corporate treasurers and corporate CFOs with working capital have been allocating some of their treasury capital to Stretch.
I do not, by the way,
this is a really pleasant development, and
necessarily
we're starting to think that there might be thousands of companies that might allocate some of their treasury capital to Stretch.
No matter what, I believe in the chart. I'm not
I've had a lot of experience
using Zcash. I've never used it. I'm not even sure it works. The chart works, but I'm not an advocate necessarily for this as a privacy vehicle. I don't even know how it works. Don't get that confused.
Has to be way behind it, and if one director on the board has concerns, the cycle slows down. But with STRC, it's not a board level decision. It's more like a CFO level decision. If the treasurer is enthusiastic, the CFO can green light it. They might or might not give the CEO a heads up. But this is a very different value proposition.
I believe it if it's 1K.
Maybe a 5-minute conversation with the CEO instead of a 2-hour conversation with the entire board. For that reason, we think that STRC really is Bitcoin for corporations. It's going to spread very rapidly
some
now.
bullshit, Sailor.
The other thing that's very exciting is that STRC has spread into credit indexes. BlackRock's PFF is a $14 billion credit ETF and stretches the number 2 holding. VanEck's PFXF is another credit ETF.
I believe in the chart, not the underlying asset.
And Strategies stretches also the number 2 holding.
Rex, thanks for the gifted.
Imagine an instrument
you don't believe in the privacy thesis?
Didn't exist
I absolutely believe in the privacy thesis. I just don't even know if Zcash works. I just can't, like, on good faith, recommend Zcash as the private asset. I definitely believe in privacy, though.
12 months ago, and in less than 12 months, we've gone from non-existent to number 2. Next stop, number 1. We're enthusiastic about seeing Stretch embedded in lots and lots of institutional credit indexes and lots of institutional credit funds. Third-party ETFs
appreciate you,
have been
Rex.
finding Stretch.
XMR Zcash.
Building innovative ETFs.
Rex, I appreciate you, brother.
A digital credit ETF. 21 shares.
We're gonna be all right, gentlemen.
An ETF with Stretch, and took it public in Europe. There's a number of ETF providers that are working with us that are in the pipeline right now. I think active discussions with 4 right now. And so we would think that over time there'll be more ETFs that build STRC into their fund offering. So here I'd like to talk about digital money and digital yield.
Do you want to keep listening to this Sailor thing?
We start with digital capital. Bitcoin is 34 vol on a rolling 30-day average. It's 39 ARR. The 1-year trailing vol of Bitcoin is almost 40. So think of it as a 40 vol, 40 ARR asset, raw economic energy. We split that asset into STRC, which is 3 vol, 11.5% yield, and then MSTR, which is 71 vol, 59% ARR. So one's an amplified Bitcoin we call digital equity, and the other one is damped, digital credit. Now, digital credit, we believe, is like the kerosene of finance.
All right, we're going to move on. My problem with this trade, by the way, is that everybody's congratulating me, and I haven't sold a single dollar. Not great. Everyone's saying congratulations. It's like, fuck, you guys are cursing me. Please stop saying congratulations. Should I tweet that? Please stop saying congratulations. I haven't sold a dollar. Is this worse if I tweet it? You are a god. Congratulations. Don't tweet for chatter. Oh, I hate when this shit moves like this because I had like a sound thesis that I was gonna set, like I was gonna ride to a certain level, but then it pumps too hard, and then it just like ruins the whole bit. I gotta stop retweeting shit. That's what I'll do. Don't tweet, please don't. If one more first chatter says don't tweet. 6-month sub at first message. What throws everything off? Throws everything off. First time experiencing this for me. I'm not gonna tweet. We're just gonna aura farm, and if we make the trade, we make the first chatter. GG. If we make the trade, we make the trade. The trade's not done though, brothers. For me, my specific trade here is not done. I probably have too much leverage on. Which is gonna make this difficult. Over under 160%. I don't know. It's probably about 100%, but I that's long like 70% of my book, dude. So it's like it was a long like yeah, like yeah. Anyways, all right, here's what we're gonna do. Sailor thing got boring. When Hayes posts a chart, you know what happens. I know. It just puts you in a tough spot where it's like I made it back all you paid on taxes? No, much less. It puts you into a spot where like I have a pretty clear target of where I want to sell. But you know this doesn't get there clean. And you know what chart this looks like? I'm going to show you a curse chart. You know what it reminds me of is this. Very similar. Like you don't want it to pull this fractal. You know? Yeah, okay, not a good chart. I thought it looked better. I thought it looked better. Chill. Chill. All right, not a best chart. Not a best chart. Honestly, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. The other thing I was gonna do is I need to like fucking sit down with a journal. The thing that's concerning me is this fucking Bitcoin chart, man. It's so concerning. It is. I'm sorry. It's just concerning. This is concerning. How's Dogecoin? Let's see. Wow. What's going on with Sol? Why isn't it moving like BTC? Because Sol has nothing. You still using a journal after what they're doing to Greg Brockman? I just don't know what the Sol thesis is at this stage. You know, it's like what? Why Sol? Like, what is your Solana thesis? And I'll give you a take. I think the lost Sailors board is not helping. Yeah, but Sailors just like lost coins. Like they're just not gonna get spent. I don't know. I always look at this where it's like, I feel like if stocks have showed us anything, if I've learned anything from stocks over the last month, it's that the shit that pumps the hardest just pumps the hardest, right? It's like I don't know. You could have bought like SanDisk Beta. You could have just bought SanDisk, right? It's like SanDisk made an ATH. I mean, let's look at some of these ATHs. SanDisk makes new ATH in February, right? Ranges. Breaks out. You could have lost money on this for sure. Because it pumped like 5%. You lose money on this, fine. You cut here, lose a couple percent, draw back down. But then on this ATH break, you buy this, maybe even cheat up a little bit, and you bank it for like 75% in a straight line. Boom, right? Or like, okay, Intel. Let's go out even further. It's like Intel. This is the Mando. Like, I'm not used to buying all-time highs, really. I did it with NVIDIA, actually. Intel is like, okay, tries to test a 25-year ATH. Test it again. Comes back down all the way, then just comes roaring emphatically. Trump will post, gets all the contracts. Buy the breakout of like 26 years. Bink it here. You're in at like 75. It's so high. Bink 50%er. Beautiful. Or like AMD even. Like, let's see. Some of these charts are so parabolic, it's hard to even like figure out how you would buy them. AMD gave you a pretty clean one, right? It's like test it once, limit up, break it. Could have made money on this a little bit, I guess. Let's see. You could have made a little bit here. Not crazy. You probably get chopped out, whatever. But the third one is like, oh my God. Third one, enter here, GG Bink. 34%. Some of these aren't that clean, really, huh? This was a nice one. Marvell rips at 8, crazy ATH. This is old though. This is 2024. Everything is pumping, but you could have binked this one for something decent. But you could have binked this one. It's going in a straight line. Emphatically rips it, retests it, binker. 35%, not bad. This is a fun one too. Look at how this has moved. ATH 1, 2, makes another one, limit up by the bottom of the limit. And it's just like the cleanest 50%er ever. Google was a good one too. I mean, look at this one. It's gross. Imagine you bought this one coming out of April. Oh my God. Buy this one coming out of April. You could have bought the limit up. Say, fuck it, I'm just in. 15% in a straight line. Pull back. You're still up 3%, 3%. 28% in a straight line. Pull back, pull back, pull back. You're still up 20. 44% in a straight line. You probably get stopped out here. You could make it here. 54. That's a fucking a binker. For sure. Amazon could have been a cool one on earnings. You could have bought this earnings bottom right here, 256. And you're just straight line so far. 10%, not that much, but you're straight line so far. I don't know. Some people, I did it on Nvidia. Like I did it on Nvidia. I bid 212. I kind of went straight up to like 218, 219, and then I just let myself get stopped out. But like Nvidia again over here, if Nvidia comes back for 216, really if it comes back for 212, we're in there. Oh yeah. We could try it out on this, huh? We could try it. We could test the strat out on this. Nvidia back above 212, we're in there. We are in there, brother. What's the Luna Classic? Come on, bro. Stop. We're in there. What else we got? Nebius. How's this? The problem with some of these, though, is like, okay, watch. I would look at this and be like, this is prime, right? We have this range here for like half a year. I would have bought this right here. And so you buy, maybe bid like here. 136. And you catch a nice move, 25%. You're probably out. You probably get stopped on Mando Strat down here for like a 13% free. You go back below your end. Yeah, you probably are out here at 13, 14% instead of the full. That's a nice trade. But then you enter again. Do you enter again on the re-break and earnings smash? You're up like 7. You're up like 6 right now. This could be a fun one. What else? Snap, garbage. Figma, garbage. DoorDash, garbage. Circle, garbage. The trades, I've honestly found myself do pretty good on like these type of charts. Like these round, this is what Mando doesn't like. But if there's like a narrative switch, these rounded bottoms like break out of this and bid like here. 2 of the biggest trades of my life are on this. And so you could have banked a clean like 50 baller on that. I've found myself the problem though is that oftentimes you're holding trash, you know? Like I've banked, I'll show you what I've banked before. Like the 2 of my biggest trades in my life were Pump was one of the biggest. And I did like, let's see if I still have the lines. Yeah, like I bid this. So it's down only. So at TGEs, it goes down only here. And you get this like rounded ball. It makes a move, but it wasn't ready yet. It dies, consolidates higher. And then in here, you get like a narrative shift. All of a sudden, they're making so much money. Memes are running. On chain is hot. And a couple streamers start popping off. And so I bid like this. And banked this to all-time high, which was a fun trade. Now, you could have just bought all-time high and still hit like a 29 type of thing. But the problem with buying these bottoms is you're usually trading like plasma, which I have found to be very unprofitable. Like, okay. You're just like getting in this, you know? Like, more often than not, they're down, they're cheap. we're cheap for a reason. And so like you'd buy this. You buy this right here and you just like stop, instantly stopped. Loss. I feel like that happens more often than not with those charts. I also did it with Zcash once. I did it with Zcash like here. There was Zcash in this range, so like this chart you have to like zoom out a lot. This is kind of it's almost like it was a new chart for me because it's like how much of this old. Oh my God, you can't even do it on the weekly. It's got to be daily. PA doesn't even like make sense. How much of this old price action is relevant? I would argue none of it. It's like you had 1,200 days of nothing. I would argue this is all just like not even relevant. And so then we just have a new, like it's relevant, but like no real reaction to any of these levels. It's like whatever. I don't think this PA was relevant, at least not the way I'm thinking about it. So I enter here. You get this move, and it's like, okay, we're here to play, right? We go from 54 to 300. I missed a whole move. And then I start buying, I think I start buying this wick. Because I'm like, it's fucking showtime. And so I start buying this wick, breakout above here, like 290. I think I bought a little bit cheaper than this, but this feels better to express to you. So I'm going to pretend like this. I was disciplined. I didn't buy DCA down. So I probably like, I bid up here, held down a decent bit. And then I really bid this here all through this because I'm like, let's fucking play ball. Right? Like this whole, all this, let's play ball. And so then you just get like the cleanest. I just sold the whole way up. I think I posted my wait, what? I can actually find it from not threadguy Michael Burry a hoe. If I die, let me die long and bullish Michael Burry a hoe. I thought it was a reply to this. Maybe not. Huh. I thought it was in this thread. Chart art, maybe? No, this is pump. I guess I didn't do it on Zcash. It's crazy I got how flamed I got for this on pump, and it's like way lower than where I had to sell. I forget. Yeah, I had a good I posted my Zcash chart, but I don't really know how to find it. Can Grok do it? Oh, let me check Grok. Hey, this is not threadguy. I have a long thread that updated my trades of Zcash/Zeke and concluded with my chart of buys and sells. Can you find it? Let me see real quick. Can Grok do this? It should be able to do this. If Grok can do this, it's like goated. If it can't, it's pretty useless, I would argue. Look at Zcash Bitcoin pair history. All right, let's see. Let it cook. Come on. I'm scared to show this, but let's see. I think it's facts. Grok's the worst LLM ever made. Yeah, but it has a date. I mean, they own Twitter. It's like a data monster. And so in theory, VVV interesting all-time high break. Yeah. The only problem is I feel like I'm so late to this move. I feel gay about this one. This is a fun one. This is a fun candle to long, really. It's a pretty fun candle. Like, you would long this, I think. It would have been nice to long this wick, really, or like this candle here. Could long this candle. Got it in like 890. This is like a kind of a fun one, but you could long with like a really tight stop, you know? I like to do that a lot. Like, I had a couple times where I had this, I didn't make money on it because I got stopped out a little too fast. But I entered a Bitcoin long last Saturday, maybe 2 Saturdays ago, fading the war. And I didn't know what to buy. Do you remember this? I didn't know what to buy. Yeah, it was here. And so I got an, no, it was this. It was this. I got an entry on this right here, this circle on BTC. And I sized it really aggressively because it was like I was fading the war. Everything was kind of dumping. Bitcoin didn't. I should have just bought stocks. Bitcoin wasn't dumping as much as I thought it should have, but oil was ripping. And so I just, instead of shorting oil, I just longed the fuck out of Bitcoin. And I basically put my stop right here, like 76.8. And so it instantly like brought me back up here. And I got in it and I had to stop like right here. Stop at like $0. Stop at like $0 lost. And I was long like a lot of Bitcoin on size on a lot of leverage. And it was just like a free long because I like there was a pop. I probably wouldn't have sold it, but I got the move, right? I got the move. Like you get it's not much, 3%, whatever. Obviously, I don't make it through. Obviously, there's like a larger move here that happens, but I don't make it through. But it was cool because it was like I had a free BTC long on news that I was calling bullshit on. And high leverage, stop it even. So it was just like it's like a free lottery. Like it was a free long where I had no downside risk at all. I lost 1% maybe. I was worth it because it was just fun to be in the trade. And I thought about it like, okay, this is what some of these all-time high long breaks feel like. I haven't like back tested it enough, but that's, yes, Grok. Wow. Grok. Wow. Okay, we'll do it in a minute. But yeah, it was that's what some of these all-time high breaks feel like. Because it's like trend surfing. I read about it. Michael Magnus from the Commodities Corporation, 1973. They're the first hedge fund to really try HFT and mathematical approach. They went too hard on math. Fuck the risk appetite. They bet the book on a corn blight in Illinois that was allegedly fake. They were calling the bluff on, but corn pumped really, really hard first because everybody was LARPing about supply. They were selling the corn for a lot. They were like, the farmers were like manipulating the market basically, and they bet the house on corn. And they lost it all, and they said, "Fuck this math approach." They brought this guy in, Michael Magnus, I think is his name. Let's see. Commodities Corporation. Is it Michael Magnus? Come on, wait. Michael Magnus, more money than God, commodities. Wait, come on. ChatGPT, wait, hold on. In the book, More Money Than God, there's this fund, the Commodities Corporation in the 70s. And they bring in this guy, Michael Magnus, who pioneers trend surfing. What is his name? Wait, let me make sure it's right. Let me just make sure. I want to give you accurate information. Shorter? No. I'm going to tell you his name right now. I want to get this right. Michael Marcus. I was close. Magnus Carlsen. Michael Marcus. Commodities Corporation. Here he is. Michael Marcus. Yes. And so this is the guy. This is Michael Marcus. And so they check injective INJ. Seriously? You trolling? Not much. So they bet the house on like HFT or whatever. They lose it all in the math approach. The corn blight of 1977 or whatever. And they actually were right, by the way. This is what they did is a commodities corporation. They were math-based. Every analyst had their own commodity. And so they had like 5 analysts. One of them traded wheat, one of them traded corn, one of them traded cocoa, and one of them traded each. And there was all of this talk that there was this corn blight. There was this massive drought, and corn crops was going to be like the worst corn produce ever. And so the price of corn would skyrocket. And so what they did is they hired a bunch of scientists. It was 1977 maybe. They hired a bunch of scientists. They put them in a van. They funded their trip, and they fucking drove them across the country. They went to Illinois. They went to Kansas. They went to Oklahoma. They went to Idaho. They went to Iowa. They went to every farm in the Middle East. They went to every farmers conference, and they figured out, is this corn blight real or not? And they realized it was fake. And so they came back and they basically they talked, punched it in the equation, and they're one of the first like math driven hedge funds ever, 1970s. And the model spits back, bet 90% of your book short corn, and corn was really short. So they bet it all on a Friday. Monday open, the biggest farmer in the world, whatever his name is, comes out on national TV and basically says there is the worst corn blight in the history of it. Worst corn blight this century. We're going to have the worst corn production this century. There's no corn. And corn fucking skyrockets. Candles. Limit up. By the time they can close, 90% of their fund is down. And what happened actually is that they were right, and it was fake, and the production of the corn was really good, and price did go down significantly, but they couldn't even trade the short side. They just got squeezed out of it on some like funky price action because they were really oversized, because these math models weren't that good, and they were fully trusting the model using no ball tingle, anything. They went 2 right curve and they got blown out. And so they basically were able to keep 10% of what was left of the fund, of their initial 100%. And they bring in this guy, Michael Magnus, and he's like, fuck what you guys are doing. We're not doing this. We're not doing these like asset focus, one analyst per asset. It's retarded. This stuff doesn't move. And when it does move, you don't capitalize on it hard enough. And he basically brings in this new strategy, calls it trend surfing. And so they study all markets across all assets, across all countries. And they basically just slam the fuck out of all-time high breaks with a stop loss at break even. That's what they did. And because the LPs were like, if you draw down 10% of your remaining 10%, we're all pulling out. You have like 1 trade left. And so that's what they do. Break even at break at all-time high, and they just slam all-time highs. They call it trend surfing. And 7 out of 10 times they would get stopped out at break even, but 3 out of 10 they would surf the fucking trend and they would print. And I forget why I got on this rant exactly, but I really do believe that there's a lot of money to be made on all-time high slams. Oh, VVV, the Bitcoin. So anyways, I got a free BTC long, and I didn't make any money on it, but it was fun because I had way oversized, but it was free, except for the money I paid in fees. But who's counting? Just pretend you didn't pay. Just pretend the fees money didn't happen, and it doesn't matter.
Bitcoin price at the end of 2026?
125,000.
Can you trust AI with your money?
No.
Are NFT
fit is diabolical. This is a diabolical fit, Arthur Hayes.
He's dead.
Absolutely not. When the price goes up, people are going to want to spend more money.
Meme coins, good or bad?
I love meme coins. I think they're amazing.
Crypto Twitter, is it still useful?
Absolutely. People post interesting content and theories on crypto Twitter.
Is blockchain technology the future?
Yes. Perfect. Thank you very much.
That was the interview. Thanks, Arthur. Okay, here's my trade. I'll give you the whole Zcash trade. So this was a really crazy day. It was 10-10. Just happened. So I tweet. Probably don't look. Twitter's extremely I still believe this. Twitter's extremely counterproductive when the market is euphoric, pumping, or panic dumping. It's noise and there's nothing valuable. Right now is one of those times. I choose to believe the Bitcoin gold catch-up trade. I was wrong. Option, because the upside for me is 100x higher than the downside. If we slice through 100K and I'm wrong, then fuck it, I'm wrong. If we don't, then I'm rich. But nothing has changed for my thought process other than price is bad. This is about Zcash. Caught a knife that was falling really hard and is sharp and is scary. And did I mention falling really hard? I'm going to bed. See you on stream tomorrow and good luck. October 17th. Nobody has a single fucking clue, including me, which gives me the confidence to speak freely about what I'm feeling. Wrote a longer version of the journal and figured it belonged here. Cycle isn't over because I haven't made enough money yet, Then I said, look, man, I don't know shit about fuck, but Peter Schiff tweeted, gold is hitting 1 million before Bitcoin. Send me down with the fucking ship. This is all I'm interested in anyways. If I die, let me die long and bullish. Michael Burry a hoe. Then Zcash starts pumping. 276. And then I'm up 88%. Strongest alt by far. We'll close at 1,000 or 0. I never said I don't have any spot. I don't. Why is everyone so mad? Then I said, Bitcoin, please don't fuck this. Then you get this chart and you're like, okay, it's fucking, let's play ball. Then why am I getting paid to long this? Funding was negative the whole way. Why would I close funding's negative? I should sell. I'm tweeting too much. Sold 20%. Then it's just going. What the fuck? Clicked 5% more at 440. Bro, it's fucking insane. 467. Never mind. Took a screenshot, so I'm obligated to sell another 5%. Riding 70% ish left. 470. Sold another 10%. Is this the greatest coin over? Sold another 5%. Half the bag left. 501. Yeah, it feels like shit selling here, but the trade's the trade. Wow. What are you guys doing? I'm getting paid 580% of my position to stay long. Clipped another 5% at 530. 555. 40% left. Funding flip positive. 555. Bro, it doesn't stop. Am I retarded? Like, what the fuck? 573. 615. Oh my god. Trim some more. 708. Brother, what the fuck is this chart? It would appear sticking to my plan and selling on the way up was the move. And this was my sell. I sold the Pico top. It was one of my best trades ever. This was a unbelievable trade. And I was getting clowned the whole way up, but you got to just stick to your plan, do what you do, because no one's going to hold the hand. Oh, no one's going to hold your hand and execute this thing for you ever. Ever. You got a time machine? Yeah. Here you go. No, I'm trolling. I'm kidding. No FOMO. Probably oversold a lot. Am I long? Even though they initially look good, I'm just chucking spot size and praying it'll go down. I'll go down with the ship. I don't care about much else but internet money stuff. GG. Good luck. What's your ideal exit price? I mean, look. The thing about me is I don't trade. I trade memetics, bro. So I flip fast. Like I could come here on stream tomorrow and be like, I sold every dollar. And so I like the one thing I don't like is that when I'm trading really well publicly, I make people in the stream feel FOMO, and then you feel the need to tail me. But I'm like kind of like brutal to tail because I'll just like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and just stack everything in a second. I'll just wake up and be like, fuck, I don't feel good. I had a bad dream. Stack whole position. I'll just like do that. So I'm hard to tail, but in my head at the moment, I felt like if we were to go back, crypto was to get back. This is an ATH. This is an ATH, which, I mean, it looks ready to do it, by the way. And then this is, like, I figured if Bitcoin could get to 90, this rip all-time highs, and ideally. So, I don't know. It's a weird spot. Like, I'm up a lot on it right now. I could exit for, like, a really sick trade. But it's just a rare spot, like especially with my entry now. It's just you just like don't get this. You can get the bottom buy like the ton type of thing once a month or once every 2 months, but this feels like a rare setup to me. And I also think I'm like early enough in my trading career where I just like want to try shit. If you're a real OG to the stream, you've really been watching me for a while. You remember that when Aster came out, I didn't buy Aster because I didn't understand how perps worked. Like I didn't understand what a perp was. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to trade perps. I never traded a perp ever. I never owned a perp dex, and I didn't understand perpetual futures. And so if you were OG for that, I didn't trade Aster, and I was like one of my. I mean, I was just like so distraught that I didn't buy Aster, and so after Aster, I vowed to myself. Remember that vividly. After Aster, I vowed to myself, I am going to learn how to trade perps because I'll never let that happen again. and it's a blind spot and it's a crutch. I got to fix it. And so the next stream, you helped me hit Aster, wrote about it. Yeah, you're welcome, brother. The next stream, me and DNAP compiled. The stream is so much different when you came back from streaming. Hell yeah. DNAP compiled a list of every perp decks. Yes. One was Drift, funny enough. Drift was one. Avantis on base was one. Lighter was one. Hyperliquid was one. And Aster was the other, I think. Any others? Drift, Avantis, Lighter, Hyperliquid, Aster. Drift, by the way, Drift, if you were there, Drift was the worst. We shit on it. Tulip King was the guest. Whoa. And Tulip King was helping me use the perp dexes, right? Wow, I completely forgot about that. That's how I got hired, y'all. I completely forgot about that. Wow. And Tulip King was bringing in the Aster thesis. I thought I brought Tulip King on for Zcash, but maybe he was doing Aster. And so we used every perp dex. And after that, I was like, I'm gonna learn how to fucking trade perps. And so look, I don't think everyone should be trading perps, and I think there's a lot of reasons I didn't trade them at one time, because you get my perps P&L is not that good compared to what it should be. It's not that good. It should be unbelievable, but no, it's not that crazy. I mean, it depends on what I do here, but it's not. I've made a lot of gains in crypto, but I've lost a lot of money. Like maybe one day we'll do a tax audit. I paid a ridiculous amount of taxes in 2025, but for last year, but I had like I had so many gains, but I lost a ton. I give a ton back. This is my biggest leak, is I give so much back. I've made way more on meme coins or on chain than perps, way more. Now, from like a raw profit, not like gross, still more on chain, 5 figs on tax, bro. Like, can you say the Mog P&L finally? No, I can't. One day I'll say it. It's not, I mean, people have made way more, but one day I'll say it. I pay taxes on it, though. I'll tell you that. My accountant knows. I'm pretty sure. I think I did say it one time, yeah. I think I have said it before. But it's my biggest leak is I make a lot of money and then I instantly give a lot of money. I think that's about right. Yeah, I think that's about right. I did this with oil even. It wasn't like a crazy oil P&L. No, does your account ever ask you for game? No, he looks at my trades, he thinks I'm retarded. I did it with oil. Like, it wasn't like a crazy oil P&L, but I made a bunch of money on it, and then I'm just like triple dipping, sizing up, taking a worse spot, and I just give it all back. Same thing I do with poker. It's why I'm not a good poker player. I get bored, and you saw me do it on chain the other day. Everybody saw me do it publicly with this scam altman coin. I just like get bored, and I just like everyone saw me do that. I think I get bored, and then I just like shove on a bad spot. And so the hardest part is to not shove on a bad spot and to shove on a good spot. And the hardest part about shoving on a good spot, like, I think one of the hardest parts about trading that I found is figuring out how good of a spot you're in. You know, that's the real, like, is it, am I in hymns? And I'm like, yeah, I could make a lot of money on this, but I'm just going to take my like 75% profit because I think it's over. Or is it like, oh my God, I'm up. Like, the hardest thing low key is to let your winners ride is really hard because the number gets too big. And then you're like, fuck my life. I need this money. But then it's like, close it for what? Like what what better position are you going to get in? You know, that is one of the hardest things I found in trading, is letting your selling too early is tough, because the thing about selling too early is like you don't get that many. It depends on how you trade, right? I've had Sokio came on the stream and he trades 400 positions a day. He takes 400 positions a day. Different game. Cupsy, all this. But you don't get that many spots. You don't get that. The way I trade, you don't get that many spots, right? You maybe get a couple a month max. And even that's too much. I probably trade too much because of the stream. The stream encourages me to trade because I want to. Today I got fired from Coinbase. During my 6 years of the company, I was responsible for freezing customer accounts for no reason. That's pretty funny. The stream encourages me to trade because I want to be in a position. Right? I want to be in a position. I want to come here and talk about trades. I want to be up money. I want to be down money. I just want to be in trades. But I actually probably trade too much, right? There was a real scenario where I don't buy anything since my pump fund close or my Zcash close in like November. There was a real argument to do nothing since that. Like I could have done nothing since that. That's 5 months, you know? I could have done nothing because I didn't buy war lows. I would have bought oil probably anyways. But I could have done nothing, right? A lot of what I did was just lose money. Where's the link to the pit? Should I do it? Like you could have done, I could have done in the last year, bought Zcash, binked, pump fund, binked, done nothing, oil, bink, war lows, bink, and then Zcash. 6 trades in like 9 months, and you are like max conviction. But when I start trying to like long short Bitcoin and doing this garbage, I lose. And so one of the hardest things I'm trying to juggle here is when you get a really good spot, are you able to hold it? And the main reason you can't hold your really good spot, by the way, is you have too much size and too much leverage. And by you, I mean me. By you, I mean me. And I find myself in a similar, like I start getting anxious. So I might go upstairs. I might, get off stream and sell right this second. I don't really know, but we'll see. But it's one of the biggest mistakes. What's your max lev? I've been trying to figure out like leverage math. When do you use what leverage? Will you tell the pit? I don't know. Oh, if I sell, yeah, sure. I just don't really want people copy trading. I tend to think 4x is too much leverage. I tend to think 4x is too much. Depends on like what I'm in. If I'm in for like if I was trading TON, I'm 4x and I'm slamming early and then I'm out. Like I traded HIMS. Zcash one's a little bit different because I'm prepared for a long journey on this. I think over 5x, it's like you're retarded. Like, what are you doing? If you're over 5x for more than 15 minutes, it's just like, what are you doing? The only time I've ever made money over 5x is when Eli's told me to short Fartcoin because Drift got hacked. But brother, they come for you on high lev. Like it's what I did with oil. Everybody clowned me because I was 2x long oil. And I was like, bro, in order to get through this trade, I have to be able to sit through like fuckery, bro. I'm not gonna make it on 10x leverage. I'm not gonna make it. It definitely is about sizing. It is, of course, it's about sizing. And yeah, they're not hunting my bitch ass position, but they're hunting your leverage. They're coming for you, bro. They know it's all there. It's all public. They see I'm trading on hyperliquid. They see your positions. They're ready for you, and they want your ass. Pause. So Sailor, I just wish he would stop talking, like, for a while. Is he dumping Bitcoin right now? I also think as much as you can figure out how to, like, you know what you should do? I would recommend everybody do, and I'm gonna get off stream, is everybody should go. The stream's slowly changing my life, but I think for the consistency. I mean, I just think it's pretty simple. It's like, everybody asks me, like I got asked this question the other day. Like, if I gave you $100 million, what would you do tomorrow? And I was like, I'd probably just wake up on Wednesday and stream. Because you know what? This is gonna sound like hope, but if you were to wake up, if you were tomorrow to make 100 M's, like you just make 100 M's tomorrow on an accident, on the lottery, then you're and you just quit, then you're just like the retard that made 100 M's in the least exciting way. You do not just get accepted in cool circles. It's like, how'd you make your money? It's like, oh, I bought Trump coin. And you're like, okay, what do you do? I just like, buy a piece. It's like you everyone else is like, oh, I like run meta, like, oh, I fucking do this thing. I run this account. Like, I just think it gets boring and it doesn't fill it. And so the reason I do the stream is like, I just really want to get lit. I don't know what else to say. I really want to get lit. I really want to get, like, intellectually just lit. I feel like I feel like with this trading stuff in particular, I have an opportunity to get really good. Swaggy Meal, thanks for the gift. I feel like I have an opportunity to get really good. And I feel like I also, in the meantime, want to get really smart. And the best way to get really smart is to talk to the smartest people. And my best vehicle to talk to the smartest people is to do the stream, because they want to come on. Because we have motion, because we're talking to smart people, and because we're getting better at trading. And so I think it's like, it's just the cleanest path to it. It's the cleanest path to it is us do the stream every day, spend Monday through Friday all day figuring out how to do the best stream possible, get the best guests on possible, do the stream, get better, make more money because we're smarter, so then we can get better people on, so we can make more money and do the round circle. And so I really just think we're right. I put this in the pit a couple days ago. I was drunk on Saturday. I was really drunk on Saturday off happiness and excitement. And I said, I'll read you my messages. I said, this was May 3rd, 3 a.m. I said, I really just think we're in the right place at the right time. Then I said, we're going to be all right, guys. Then I said, I just think we're right. Everything we wake up and do every day is exactly what we should wake up and do every day. Followed by, yeah, we could be wrong, whatever. But have you ever considered, what if we're so fucking right, it's the best decision you've ever made in your entire life? What if when your kids ask what you spent the 2020s doing, you tell them it was the exact right thing? Just like, I don't know, I think we're right, man, on what we spend our time doing. So, is he really talking about selling Bitcoin, by the way? Is not great. Unless that Zcash chart you showed was luck. I don't know. Also, I guess crypto has been and will continue to be in the process of losing speculation premiums. Tech stocks have so much more vol and upside. Leaving behind actual users holder base, it's still decent. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty bare fucked on crypto right now. I don't know what to say. I really am. I'm pretty just like not excited about crypto, but there's a couple spots I think are really good. And again, I think it's an opportunity thing, like time and place here. If SanDisk isn't limit up 15% every day for the last month, am I like, do I make this trade? Probably not, but it is what it is. So yeah, I think Sailor did say that. I think he said some really whack stuff. Let's see. We'll sell Bitcoin when it's advantageous to the company. I feel like he says this every time, though. I just don't know why you would hold strategy. You know, like why? Why hold it? But yeah, they're just it's so annoying. They're just like nuking it, bro. Ugh. It's gonna be a long ride, fellas. We're not out of the. I'm telling you, I said this at the beginning of the stream before things got euphoric because I'm up some money. We are not out of the woods in crypto. We're not. I don't think we are, and I would be really. A lot of these longs are gonna get just cooked. I think on this trash. Like they're gonna hit you with some filthy candles. Study the stuff that doesn't move. This is not. Wow, this is nice. Tau. They're gonna hit you with some filthy candles, I think. On the trash. Be careful with the trash. Yeah, this is gonna get Yep. Can't go up in a straight line forever. Cannot go on a straight line forever. Anyways. Is TG gated? Fine, I'll send it. I'll send it one more time, but we're probably done after this for a while with the pit. I have a Telegram. It's my family, man. Keep it fucking PG in there. It's my fucking family. And I post in there a lot. It's the best. We love this Telegram. Cherish it with your heart. Be good in there. Family's in there. Yeah, I'll probably cap it at 1,000. I'll send it in the YouTube too. But look, we're not out of the woods yet on Bitcoin and crypto. I wish I could tell you that we were, but it does feel like better days are ahead and rapidly approaching. And at this point, whether they are or whether they're not, we find ourselves in a very nice spot. We do. We find ourselves in a fun spot. At the very least, shit is exciting. Tomorrow, I have Robert Leshner coming on stream, who's just a crypto legend. Thursday will be solo dolo. Friday will be solo dolo unless somebody exciting comes out of the woodwork that we can bring on. And next week, we have Chris Camillo. We have Chris Camillo, one of my personal favorite people in the world, will be on the stream next Wednesday. And so, look, from the bottom of my heart, I love you guys. I believe in you. I believe in you. I'm telling you, I believe in you. This trading shit's not for everything. It's not. This trading shit is not for everyone. I don't think everyone should trade. But if you think you should trade and you really want to do this and you really commit to it, I just believe you can make money. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a lot of time. It is going to fucking frustrate you, and it's going to make you struggle. It's make you pull your hair out. You're going to lose money. You're going to be mad. You're going to be upset. But it's just a beatable ass market. It's retail, man. Everyone's just trade. It's just it's retail. You watch the Mizkif thing at the beginning. Love you too, brother. Seriously, it takes time. It will happen. Then you'll hit trades. Then you'll lose them. Then you'll hit them more. Then you'll lose them. But this is the one thing I'll say, and I'm gonna hang up. Is Kobe always talks about this. Kobe Bryant, one of my idols. He always talks about, like, when he was 13 years old, he was sizing kids up, and so he would. His goal wasn't to beat you at 13, but he wanted to beat you when it was time for the big bucks. When it was time to go to the league, right? And so 13 in the summer, you play so many games, you don't really have time to work on your game. So he would go into these games in the summer league, and he'd be using his left hand. He'd be just shooting like floaters, shit he's not, pull-up jumpers, shit he's not good at. And he would look a little bit worse in these games. And that was fine because you were better than him at 13. You were better than him at 14. At 15, you guys were even. At 16, he has the nod. At 17, you're on the bench behind him. And at 18, he's a first-round draft pick. And so I'm 24, and I always think about this. Like, I'm reading all these books about all these hedge fund managers, all these money managers. And all of them are like 35, 40, 50, 55 when they really have their moment. And so I look at it, I'm like, man, I'm 24. I've been trading full-time basically for 4 or 5 years. I don't really want to beat you when I'm 24, 25, 26, but like when I'm 30, 35, whatever, you just think about how fast and how aggressively compound interest, those reps compound, and what you're in a position to do when the big one hit, when it comes across your desk. Are you going to be ready and prepared for it? It might be tomorrow. It might be right when you hang up. You might see the new coin on chain. It might take 5 years, but like if you're Paul Tudor Jones and 1987 Black Monday comes across your desk, are you going to be ready to fucking slam it short? Or are you going to get up like a pussy and make no money? And so when you hit 1987 Black Monday, are you ready for it or are you not? It's that simple, really. It's like all these GOAT traders, they just like have their moment. Were you ready when it's time for George Soros to break the Bank of England and short the British pound? Are you ready to do it or are you not? And it doesn't matter how many like jabs you threw before that. It's like when Ryan Garcia lets the left hook hang, are you ready to throw the right back or are you not? It's really, I think it's really that simple. And so all of this stuff is great and I love what we do every day, but it's really like when the big one comes, right? Bitcoin at 5K for the first time. It's like, are you ready for the big one or are you not? And my only goal is to be ready for it when it comes. So I love you. I appreciate you. Be great. I'll see you tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. EST, Monday through Friday, every day. Robert Leshner on tomorrow. It's going to be cinema. Better days ahead. I love you. I'm out. Peace.